Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another session of Cauldron of Dice. It is nice to meet you. As always, before we roll into tonight's episode, quick little announcement from our lovely sponsor, Dice Envy.
For the Dice Goblin and you.
Yes.
Yes.
They are currently doing a giveaway right now.
Which I signed up for.
Yes. Make sure you follow their Twitter. They have a little giveaway, and they're doing a giveaway of the Liches Get Riches dice set. It is a blue and gold metal dice set. They look amazing.
You just have to tell them where you would hide your soul.
Yes. Where would you hide your soul if you became a lich?
I would probably split it in multiple things. I'm thinking like a book and maybe like a ring and maybe a person too.
A diadem.
Someone said they would hide it in a Twilight book. Like something.
That's good.
That's a pretty good one, yeah.
So also use our promo code Cauldron in all caps to get 10% off your first purchase. Thank you, Dice Envy. We love you.
Thank you for putting up with our shenanigans.
Yes, but my wife loves you the most because she has bought almost every set of dice you have.
Because they're awesome.
Almost.
Oh,
I'm looking at them right now.
Just give me
aren't
time.
they beautiful?
Oh, they're so pretty.
They're so
The Liches
pretty.
Get Riches? Yeah.
Two other things. No, Ashley. She is with the baby. Actually, just one other thing. So yeah, that was two things. So,
Go ahead and give us one more. What would be another thing?
another thing. Most of our minis come from Hero Forge. It is not a sponsorship. Just an awesome shout out to
Not a
Just an
sponsor,
awesome
just a
shout-out
fan.
Because they are amazing.
Yes. Big shout out to Hero Forge for.
And a big shout out to D&D Beyond for making our lives easier.
Yes. Love us, D&D Beyond.
This is my Hero Forge one from a different campaign that I was playing.
It's
You
like
painted too?
it's
Yeah, I painted that.
Wow.
with D&D Beyond. It's like, notice me.
Look at this. Pay close attention to the wood.
All right. So with that out of the way, we are ready to begin.
Love it.
Oh yes, Cat Benatar.
Meow.
There we go.
There it is.
All right. So
Wiser words were never spoken.
where we last left off, Rhalis Helps had
R.I.P.
successfully made their way back to Shar, docked in Havoc's Landing. Cat Benatar decided to steal some Eberron Dragon Shards, while Vishar decided to purchase some.
Hey, Rogue's name.
While walking around, Alrin and Cal were busy with repairing the ship and filling out the rest of the crew. As you're walking through Havoc's Landing, you had seen Uljor walking with Kavir's brother, Corvin.
Do you think when he was younger he was called Young Jor?
Wow.
You're a motherfucker.
Punny.
You know, I
I've been
actually
sitting on
almost
that one
just
for
started
weeks.
singing YMCA. Young George.
No, stop
There's
it.
no need to feel
Stop
bad.
it.
Hey, singing in this podcast is only for me.
Well, there's been a serious lack of it, so.
I'm running out of lyrics.
Someone's on a hiatus.
Anyway. Met up with Corvin and explained that his brother Kavir had fallen at Flameskeet.
But did he get back up?
There was no body to be found.
Aw.
Did you guys like the title of the last episode, by the way?
I did.
Yeah.
I was thinking of WAP, but
What was it again?
I'm really glad you did.
Bodies don't just get up and walk away.
Yeah,
Or do they?
or do they? Yeah, that was the title.
What was it?
Corpses don't just get up and walk away, or do they? But then the other one was going to be WAP, which was wet ass paladins.
But no one's a paladin, so.
But no one's a paladin.
Yeah, no one's a paladin.
Hey.
Close the door.
The cat's really loud.
Close the door.
Kids.
Yes, kids. As you're just as Rhalis Helps was talking with Corvin, Uljor, a herald was walking through Havoc's Landing, letting the people know of the attack on Flameskeet. The Council of Cardinals, Lady Jayla, and the Blood Regent Queen Diane were safe. There had been destruction of Flames Keep, but King Caius of Karnath was sending help and was also demonizing the Order of the Emerald Claw, the perpetrators of the attack, and also the Throne Holders, a rebel group in Thrain that is now labeled as traitors.
Rebels,
yes. With Corbin in tow, you got went to a few shops. Cat gaining a cloak of displacement. Corvin getting half plate or breastplate armor. Made your way back to Drinma's ship, where the crew had been filled out. Repairs were still underway.
Also, too, I was looking at my greatsword and see if we could get that a little beefier.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The blacksmith.
I don't pay that gold for nothing.
Yes.
Gold.
Where's the
How's it better?
blacks?
Or you could remember that you literally have a blacksmith in your party.
You'll be a consultant. That's why we have you on retainer.
Yeah.
You're 13, so you'll basically do anything for like jelly beans and like gummy bears
12.
and
12, but
12.
yeah.
That's right. You're not quite a
That's a really
teenager.
cool way for us to be able
Not
to make
even a
money later
teenager.
on. So
Yeah.
with those healing potions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the good berries. Finally made your way back to Drinma's ship. Repairs are still underway, but the ship is being repaired. The crew has been you have a full crew, and as you made your way onto the ship, you saw a little gnome messing with some needles.
Needles?
Needles.
Metals.
Needles.
You seriously said needles.
Needles.
Was it Sinbis?
Sinbis. Yes, Sinbis.
Sinbis.
A gnome mage rite that, for fun and also some profit, does tattoos. Cat getting the mark of the Dryad, and then
Dryad.
And Dryer. Vishar getting the Lifewell tattoo. And then you all proceed to take your long rest, and that is where we ended the session.
There's a pussy fight going on over here.
Yeah, there is.
What?
Cats are fighting.
Cat.
Alright, so.
They're just playing.
8 in the morning, you are all starting to wake up. The day is yours.
Alright, what's Al's gonna check on Ironheart to see what his exhaustion level is at and see if he's awake yet.
2.
2.
He
Okay.
is not awake.
Bashara is going to do some meditation, prepare her spells for the day.
Yeah.
Corbin is going to wake up and looking back over Kabir's old quarters once again, pulling out his journal and just trying to be able to take notes for everything that's happened here in the past couple of days. And after a while, kind of putting it down, kind of sitting back, thinking here about his deceased brother, pulls out his panpipes and begins to play to himself.
Okay.
Damn kids and their loud music. Jim was gonna wake up, clad herself, so which nothing is clad really. It's just kind of, throw a shirt on. And she's going to just kind of, she has the big map in her quarters, and she's going to kind of take a look at the map. Does she still see those glowing dots?
The 3 dots are still there. One is here in Sharn, the Icewind Islands,
Icewhite Island.
Icewhite Islands, and then Shadowfire.
Okay, so that hasn't changed at all.
Cat is drinking creme de la creme out of a bowl on the floor.
Is it creme de la creme a la Edgar?
Seems like Porkins has been stepping up his game right there, providing all kinds of things from the kitchen.
Dosing it with barbiturates.
Big word.
Yep. Drema's going to go out too, and then she's going to go to the, the kitchen area and just kind of find a seat and try to enjoy some breakfast pleasantries.
Okay. A lot of boar meat.
A lot of boar meat, yes.
But with being in Tavix Landing, you have been restocked. While they are also looking for the crew, They have been restocking, so eggs, coffee if you want it, or morning ale. Also, will you mark off 80 gold for your crew?
Hey.
Wait.
She's gonna take her coffee black.
I would like to go into town to find somebody I could steal from.
Of course.
I'm low on cash, y'all.
I've only got 500 gold.
It's way more than what I have. I swear, if Kavir were still here today, he'd be loaded.
You should have pocketed his change.
Goes in tight.
Should have mailed it out. Oh. Yeah, Drimma's just gonna hang and have a little boar meat and coffee. Just
All right.
kind of waiting for the rest of the crew showing up.
There's not a lot of people in the port right now because it's in the morning.
Jitters. So, I guess I'll have to just steal later.
Oh darn.
Oh darn. Jordma, as you're eating, you see Old Jor kind of sit down next to you with a plate of looks like his own food. Very vegetable based. Greens.
So he's a vegan. No offense to vegans.
No, he would have already told you.
That's fair.
Old Jor looks
Would have
like...
made some kind of.
And now
comment
you
about
offended
war.
all of the vegans ever.
They're ruining the planet anyway. Fuck 'em.
I mean, if we ever.
How are we
have-
gonna breathe if you eat all the trees? Come on.
I mean, seriously, if we ever have to resort to cannibalism, just eat the vegans first. They're the closest
They're
thing
healthy.
grass-fed.
Love it. I love all of our fans.
But Americans love corn-fed beef. I mean, it makes no
Is
sense.
it corn fed or grass finished?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now you guys just offended all 5 of our followers.
We'll make it up for them. Make it up. Old Jor, looks like there's plenty of boar meat if you wish to partake.
No, thank you.
No, I insist. Porkins, it looks like Old Jor skipped the breakfast platter. Would you be so kind to get him some meat?
Porkins kind of looks at Old Jor and Orger's just staring at him. Sure.
I mean, his name has pork in it.
Side note, is a boar pork?
Yes.
It is a pig.
Yes, it's just game.
Okay,
It's gamey.
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 It's weird tasting pork.
Seasoned.
Shit.
Thank you so kindly, Porkins, right there. Please, Old Jor,
Porkins.
indulge yourself. I know you've had quite an adventure since last we've seen each other, so you must be famished for some good nature-grown meat.
That's not how that works, Drinma, but the reason I wanted to sit down with you is what have you bumblefucks been getting into?
It's Fumblebucks, but thank you very much. We've gotten into, just as much trouble as anyone else, I suppose.
What happened in Flameskeep?
Oh, so you heard about that. It's probably hard to miss, right?
Human boy running around the port screaming about the attack.
About that, yes. Well, I mean, it's exactly what you've heard there. Flameskeep was attacked. We had we were supposed to have a proper meeting, and things kind of, went sideways, to say the least.
Where's Jordan?
Well, I was hoping maybe you had some kind of idea. Being so smart and all.
There are limits to my intellect. But he was with you when we went our separate ways.
He seemed to take a short break from the group.
Alrighty.
He just got caught in the act.
Sorry, we're distracted by our 2 cats.
He's mounting the female.
Leave my girl alone.
Jesus.
Leave the chonker
We were
alone.
just playing. She was kissing him.
See, listen, you start listening to WAP a couple times, and next thing you know,
She's a wet ass pussy right now.
Oh my god.
Womp womp.
Okay, anyway.
She really is. She has a spit.
She's got a hickey.
Alright.
oh my god.
So back to what we were doing.
Yeah.
What we were doing, please.
I want to talk about WAPs more. I'm just kidding. Okay, go ahead.
So I thought maybe you would have some idea. He left our group before everything that had happened at Flames Keep, and well, you know,
Your guess is as good as mine. He is mysterious and
a powerful,
very vague.
powerful being like him. I'm sure well, he probably doesn't worry too much about what trouble he comes into. I'm sure he'll show up.
So, I have some questions for him. What Corvin and I found.
Well, do you care to indulge? I mean, he talked quite a bit. Maybe something I could help you with.
Probably not, but it won't hurt to have another ear. We did find a manifest zone while here in Sharn. Wasn't it, Rhalis? So, we were headed out west, and you all showed up, so... The manifest zones are still intact, but Rhalis, they're dead or sealed away.
So, at the point where Oljor said the manifest zone wasn't to Thalanis, Vishara walks in and hears that.
Okay.
So, where was the manifest zone to?
The Azure Sky.
Did that mean anything to her?
No.
Yeah, I figured.
That means dick to you.
Yeah.
What was it Azure Sky?
The Azure Sky.
A-Z-U-R-E.
Elemental.
So,
Fair.
See what happens when we don't see each other for like a week.
what is the Azure Sky?
It's one of the 13 planes.
I-
Bunch of goody two-shoes. If, I would put it that way.
So it's a plane of shoes? That seems really odd.
Angels.
Angels.
It's the plane of angels. They're lawfully bound in... Yes. Things.
Have angels ever made their way into this plane?
They have. You might know them as fallen idols.
Did that mean anything?
Yeah,
to
does that? I was about to say, does that
Vishara?
mean anything?
Again, to you, Sarlona, and you spent most of your time training in Dolor? No. You, maybe, make a religion check.
Religion. Oh man, because I'm so good in religion. That's cocked. Ooh, 14.
14. You've heard stories because of your religious background and because of being a follower of the Silver Flame. You have heard stories of angelic beings that come to the material plane that either through their own arrogance or corruption they lose their wings, but they still maintain their divine powers.
Would Drinma know if like Tira had any kind of resemblance in that manner?
No, Tira was a human.
Human. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Yes. And the realm, so you all will know, it's called Syrania. Syrania. Syrania, the Azure Sky.
Well, this is a little bit above me, to be honest, right here. I kind of.
If you ever deal with one and they're trying to sell you something, don't buy it.
I mean,
Usually shit.
No, they don't deal in coin.
Oh.
no. Do they sell shit? Like, do they like do compost, or does it? Do they have a agricultural background?
No.
What do you mean they don't deal in coin? What do they deal in?
They don't deal in coin.
What do they deal in?
Is it the
Favors. but most of them like to deal in luck.
I was gonna say I got a lot of fallen, or what are those coins called?
Feather fall.
Feather tokens or whatever. Yeah.
No, they don't.
Bummer.
That's actually a pretty good guess. Actually, that was a pretty good connection.
Yeah.
That was a good stab at it.
I didn't know what the name was. Sorry.
They deal in luck. Most of them like to deal in luck.
Would Chance be a fallen idol then?
No, Chance's doppelganger.
Oh, he was a doppelganger, wasn't he? I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. He is a doppelganger.
Yeah, you guys learned that Chance was a doppelganger.
Maybe he was faking being a doppelganger and he's actually an angelic being. Maybe he has more layers to him than we know. I'm gonna go back to sipping my coffee now.
Well, Corvin and I had found a manifest zone.
So how do you pay in luck?
Oh, Kat, I didn't see you there.
This is
She's
where
been here the whole time, Jordan. What are you talking about?
Sorry, I've been drinking my coffee.
this is where a little pigeon is going to come in. If you deal in luck, if you were to ever meet a resident of Zyrania and they were selling you luck, depending on how much luck you buy it for, throughout the campaign, I get to look at you and impose at disadvantage at anything.
Fun!
You're selling your luck.
Interesting.
So
Dad, I'm done for outside.
eventually I just become unlucky.
No, he could literally look at you. Hannah, he could literally look at you and say, roll disadvantage on your stealth roll.
So if you bought something for 10 luck, I would have 10 marks. And then just keep, anytime I looked at you and during anything, I could just look at you and say, make that a disadvantage. And then I mark 1.
Ew, I don't like that.
What is to gain from selling luck, though? Is it material? Is it travel? Is it...
Powerful magical items from that plane of existence, weapons that are more powerful here and in the material plane. I don't really deal with that realm, nor do I like to.
Well, Joy, you seem to be well versed in, frankly, not just in this plane, but many other planes.
Well, as much as I want to get back to my home, I was curious of all the other realms. That's why I was traveling here along the material plane. And then I became trapped here.
Well, I hope you've been enjoying your time so far.
Watching you humans kill each other over simplistic things wasn't I wouldn't call that fun, but there's some advantages to this plane.
For those that are wondering, the heavy breathing you hear is Molly, the dog.
The dog. Now the
She has such a routine, by the way. And then just goes and gets water.
And literally just splatters it everywhere.
everywhere.
I know. What a doggo.
As he finishes that, Oljor Porkins brings out some boar to Oljor, and Oljor just takes his little plate, stands up. Have a good morning. I'm going to go do some research. Thanks for that, yeah.
But don't forget your doggy bag on the way out.
I'll be fine, Junma.
Corbin is going to just about finish up playing his panpipes as he's just kind of lamenting over his deceased brother. He's gonna kindly stand up, massage his temples, replace his panpipes and his journal back into his into his travel sack. Quickly kind of clean up everything that was there in the room that was his, as he travels very light. Putting on his component pouch on his belt, keeping ready his good berry potion that he made there for the night before, as well as placing over him his cloak that he received from where he's not entirely sure where, but definitely not from any kind of tailor that he can be able to recognize. Suit up in his armor that's just crusted, rusted scale mail, and make his way down down to the mess hall after this waft of wonderful, wonderful pork has just invaded the smell into all of Kabir's quarters, and he's sitting there. He's like, it smells like bacon. He's gonna stand up, grab his longsword as well, place that over there on the side of his belt, and make his way downstairs and try and be able to find everyone.
Alright, so as you make your way down, you see Bashar and Drinma and Kat. Al, are you still in your room working on?
There's not really much he can do until he figures out what we're doing as a group.
Yeah.
Because as much as he wants to attach Ironheart's legs, he knows it's going to take him a while.
So is he gonna go down and eat breakfast?
He's going to go down and eat breakfast.
Alright. So
Get his day started.
you see the rest of the group kind of just getting their morning started.
Well, please, don't be shy. Come in. There's plenty to go around.
We killed 5 boar recently, so we have plenty of food.
5.
Uh-huh.
It's like quite the feast.
Well,
Well, we were trying to kill a
eight.
bear.
8.
Yeah, we killed 8.
We
only
only
could carry
carried
5. We were initially trying to hunt a bear, and then we ran into a group of boar, and then that turned into a whole thing.
You know how a hunting party goes, Corbin.
Hunting we will go.
Typically, it doesn't end as successful as what you've all done, but
Well, when you have a couple magic users and Brunma here, and Kat, who's very good at sneaking up on things.
That's what I do.
well, I say you were all very, very successful and very lucky to have each other.
We're lucky to have you.
Well, thank you, Kat.
That's
And
the
he-
nicest thing I'll ever say to you.
And
She's
Corbin
just
walks
trying-
over and starts like scratching her like behind the ears again.
She just doesn't want you to cast Entangle on her again.
You never know, I might beat you next time.
Oh boy. He's gonna stop and look over at Drim and say, Captain Vespera,
Yes.
where am I to grab a plate?
I already have one right here for you.
Excellent.
And you can call her Drinma.
Or Cap.
I like Cap.
You want no, because it's
Result
Cat.
thing.
It's too close right
It's
there.
too close.
Yeah, just Drinma's fine.
Fair enough.
I just what I'll know what you mean.
Fair enough. Well,
Bashar just puts her head in her hands, like, oh my god.
and Corbin's gonna look over, just realizing kind of the awkwardness, and he is going to just start just feasting on this smorgasbord of ham steaks and pork chops.
Does he look
Bacon.
really hungry when he's eating it?
Do you look
Like
real?
ravenous. Like he almost hasn't had a meal like this in ages.
Drinma was gonna look at Corbin and go. It seems like a meal like this doesn't come across your table very often.
No, as he tries to finish up chewing a bite. Excuse me. No, I haven't. I can't remember the last time I actually had food like this. It's strange. Has Kabir told you what happened?
Bits and pieces?
I mean, for the way that Kavira talked, it sounds like
Basically, you're like 30 years younger.
Yes.
You're how many years? 30?
Kat, look at me. Look at me closely. How old do you think that I am?
85.
in cat years, if you could.
3.
Thank you. I look at myself in the mirror and I remind myself of how I've looked in my 20s.
And how old are you?
I'm 67.
I wasn't close or that far off with 85 there.
Well, you must tell me how you do it right there, because I hardly see any wrinkles on you. You moisturized,
Botox?
you deep clean.
Botox.
Was that from your time in Thelanis?
So he has told you.
Yes.
Yes.
You were on the train.
Yes. According to all of you, that happened days, weeks ago.
It was what? A few days ago? The train?
About a week ago, yeah.
About a week ago. Yeah. God damn it.
When I left, I was 37. And
You mean 67?
no, I was 37 when I left. The following day, I returned here to this plane, and I was 67 years old, 30 years.
And you recall these, you don't recall these 30 years.
Not all of them, no. I recall bits, pieces. I don't remember all of the Feywild. I remember entering and a gap. And then I remember speaking to an individual and then leaving.
Well, from what I could glean the first time I met you after the train incident, some type of memory modification was done. Unfortunately, I don't have the spell capabilities to reverse it just yet.
Al raises his hand. If you've got if you can come across a pearl worth at least 100 gold. I still have an owl feather that your brother gave me just when the last time I tried to do this, but I can cast Identify. I just don't have the pearl.
Identify is for magical items.
For magical items, I can't.
Yeah, I've already identified the fact that he has had a modify memory spell put on him.
Oh, I thought it. Could
No.
Oh, no, never mind.
It can only
Magical
identify items, not.
I thought you knew.
Well, at least that
Identify
makes.
spells.
At least it's beginning to make a bit more sense here now. I do know that.
Someone has scrambled your brain, basically.
And it certainly feels like it. But it's strange too, is that I feel like I've seen much more than I have here previously. I feel like I know more. I feel like I've grown wiser here at the age. But I also feel like I'm back in my younger self.
So it feels forward yet backward.
Yes. I guess that would be the easiest way to describe it. is that I
You feel older yet younger.
at the same time. It's quite the paradox.
So your back still hurts, even though you got younger. Your back still hurts when you get out of bed in the morning. That's what you're
Looking
saying.
forward to that again.
Question two,
He's fine.
as she sips her coffee right there. Any markings or scars or maybe blemishes or something that is unusual on your body?
I'm about to strip down. That's what you're asking.
As she still has her coffee on her lips right there, just staring with her eyes over the rim and going,
Has there been any
Your
new
words, not
marks
mine.
that you have noticed since your return from Thelanis? I believe is what Drinma is trying to ask in her own backwards way.
No.
No, nothing. Nothing at all. I just
have you
feel-
checked the taint? I hear that's where a lot of
Drinma!
I'm sorry, it's
I'm not,
Shara
exactly,
just puts her head back in her hands.
I'm not exactly sure how I can be able to look down there, but regardless.
I told you I was the same.
she's gonna whisper to Dry. It's been a while, so shh.
It's like sandpaper over here.
Corbin's gonna pull up his coffee and start kind of sipping on it. And he says, I remember that for me to be able to leave, I needed to be able to make a deal.
And do you remember what that deal was?
I needed to find someone of great importance.
Who?
It was it's hard to be able to give a title to this, but I guess the current lover, perhaps, of the Ice King.
Frost Prince.
The Frost Prince. Sorry.
It's
Ice King,
they're practically the
Frost
same thing.
Prince.
Yeah.
So the current lover of the Frost Prince of Feywild.
You
from
have to
Feywild.
find them.
From what I understood, I had just completed some type of journey in the Feywild on my own, and I came back unsuccessful from that mission. And I was informed that if she may not lie within the Feywild, then she may lie here on the material plane.
I was just about to ask, do you know male, female,
Yeah,
elven,
she, him.
She, female,
elven, human?
unsure. Some type of Fey being. Which, if you've spoken to Oljor, or I hope you haven't come across any others here, but from
Not
what
to
I
my
recall,
knowledge.
they can almost change their appearance at will. Almost along like,
So a changeling.
not exactly like a changeling. It's almost like they change with the seasons. Something very specific with them is innate, and they're able to, like in the summertime, they could be more blonde hair, and this sense of like a summer breeze is always around them. In the fall, their hair may be able to then turn more reddish with the falling of the leaves, and may have this scent around them that just reminds you of that particular season, and it may not be anything in particular.
Does it smell like pumpkin spice?
It could to one person, and to the next person it may smell
Like
like
pine cones.
Exactly.
Or,
It's never the exact same with every single person, but it's also the same with everyone at the same time.
Also,
Does that
too,
make sense?
out of game. This is what, fall we're going into.
Let me double check the calendar. Ooh,
I
shit.
want to say it's
We
like their version of like
were-
August or September.
You're in Nim.
Nim. Yep, we were at
So,
the
yeah, you're-
7th of Nim just the other day.
Today's the 8th of Nim.
8th of Nim. Yep.
So yeah, you're going it because it's the 7th. So you're
The
going.
secret of Nim.
Yeah.
Or is it the last Nimsy?
Since it's the 7th month, yes, you are technically.
So the 7th month would technically be July.
Yes.
So it's still
Okay, so
summer.
we're still in summer.
Yeah, you're still in
Okay.
summer. I'm sorry, it's the 6th. The 6th month.
So June
Yeah, it's June.
So just about to get to the height of summer.
of summer, yeah.
Yes. You're
so,
early summer.
So with what he's describing, with my scholar background, would I know like
Your
what
scholar
type of
background doesn't
fae
give you,
he's
like-
talking about?
Your scholar background is tied to Corey and Kalishtar and
I mean, also being in a temple and studying and all that, would I have come across something like that?
You're questioning more of like the material or like different planes of existence.
I know, but I spent 3 years in Sharn studying.
yeah. But your studying was more of the inspired and how to notice them in Sharn since they're taking a foothold in here.
Perhaps
Being
more-
as it was a Kalishtar temple.
Yes,
Okay.
Kalishtar was more focused on Delore.
religion.
Yeah,
Religion, not so much like extraplanar beings.
Yeah, your scholar background is strictly tied to Kalishtar, Dalcor, Delore, and the Inspired. Your natural element.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Great questions.
yes. You're trying to Liam O'Brien. Keen mind. Keen mind does a lot of things. No, yeah, your scholar background was because of why you and Kor came to Sharn was that background is specifically to Dalcor,
Inspired and all that,
Inspire the
yeah.
Age of Ilion and all that. That's
Okay.
where your scholar is.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah.
It seems like you've been through an awful lot and have had strange things happen. I mean, things well, frankly, we just couldn't understand.
There are a lot of things that I know I can do now, but I wasn't as successful prior to leaving, or even may not have even done this here before. Like,
Such as?
well, I I had learned how to be able to do 1, maybe 2 spells since then.
Do you have a wider range of spells now?
Considerably. Things that I never considered I could do here before. Specifically with animals.
Such as?
No, I can...
I hope it's not a boar, because if it was, my apologies.
Well, I hope I won't have to try and be able to speak with this one, but I can speak with animals. I can understand their language. I can understand what they've done in the past day. I can see through their eyes. I can be able to understand and all of their emotions. I can understand what they're feeling, both in a mental and emotional sense, but also in a physical sense as well. It's almost like living through their body. I can easily be able to find animals, plants, things that I would not typically be able to find almost anywhere. Even if we're living here in a city, I would just know exactly where they can be found.
So you have almost nature-based druidic abilities?
Druidic would be a good one. I mean, I could do this, and I grab Vijar's coffee, and he breathes on it, and it all turns to almost like a milkshake level of cold.
Iced coffee.
But that's not the only thing I can do. I can also do this.
She's gonna take it from him. Take a little drink, or at least try. What'd you do to my coffee?
Watch this too. And he reaches underneath with his still holding it, and he just reaches just underneath it and concentrates there for a second, and it starts to be able to heat back up to the previous temperature that it was from before.
Okay, that's impressive.
That's not the only thing. And
This is great. We were looking for a barista.
And he can...
Coffee down.
He snaps his fingers, and he whispers an arcane word as he holds in his hand what looks like a small mote of fire just burning consistently there in his hand. And it's not... It seems to be burning on nothing, but it's just but it's a strong, steady flame.
I can do that too. And she holds out her hand and a little sacred flame pops up.
How long can you hold that for?
As long as I want.
Interesting.
And she's just gonna sit there and hold it.
I'm just holding mine here as well. I'm kind of staring at hers and staring at mine.
And then she...
Yeah, because hers is radiant energy, yours is
And then
fire.
Drinmo's going to take her coffee cup that she has right there, and she will just kind of,
You need a heat?
win in Thrain. I don't know what that means still. And she touches her coffee cup and it just turns bright. It's like illuminating light.
And then Al's gonna be like, ooh, fun game. Hold up his right arm, right hand, goes icy, holds up the left one, starts sparking.
Good lord!
Look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me.
Like, ooh, game, yay!
Vishar closed her hand.
What?
And
You just all look.
Sacred
What
flame
the hell
disappears.
are we all doing?
Well, perhaps maybe this isn't as profound as I thought it might be, but regardless, I was unable to do this here before, and I could do this as many times as I want. I can be able to find a way to. I become sensitive to existing magics around me.
It's okay if you're feeling sensitive too right now. It's
I can
okay. We
move
all
like
feel
the wind.
sensitive. Like the wind.
I can move faster than a normal man can.
How so?
Much quicker. He looks around and he tries to be able to see. Well, mess hall's not that big, is it?
No.
It's like the
Probably.
size of this
I was about to say
room.
probably smaller than this room.
Yeah.
How big would you say that the?
If you were to go on deck,
Yes.
that's about 90 feet.
Okay.
It's actually 100 feet.
100 feet, thank you.
Okay. Here, follow me upstairs. Anyone up here for a race?
I can't back down on a challenge.
I was gonna say,
It is my ship
Judma is
and all.
our fastest runner.
All right, let's go up here. Al, you're gonna be you'll be the go.
Alright.
So we'll go
So
upstairs. So we'll
Al's-
go up.
Okay.
Al's gonna look around. Got anything I can use as a flag?
We'll start here, from one side of the ship all the way here to the other, whoever reaches the first.
And so Al's gonna stand on the opposite side to be able to gauge who gets there first. And without knowing what he can use as a flag, he's like, whatever. And he's gonna hold his both arms straight up in the air. He's like, on your marks, get set.
Hold on, Al.
Okay.
Before you start, when you
Yeah,
say go, hold your hands out. First one to touch your hand wins.
I was gonna do that.
You just said whoever gets there first, so I figured I would just make it a clear win.
Here,
Okay.
Bashar, would you hold this for me? And he pulls out his long sword. Would you hold this, please?
Not really good with these, but okay.
Just hold it and
She just stands there awkwardly holding it.
try not to speak any words of fire around it.
I don't intend to.
Good.
All right, are you guys ready now?
Hold on.
Hard options.
Ready. Drima's gonna rage.
Okay.
All right, ready? On your marks. Get set. Go. And Al's gonna hold both of his arms
I
out
touch
to
your
either
hand.
side.
Corbin casts Zephyr Strike
Wait, what are we doing?
as he whispers.
We're gonna race.
As he whispers, it's a word of the wind. And
What is Zephyr Strike?
he dashes to be able to make it there from one side here to the other, and his speed is now 120 feet.
So as
You can go quadruple your walking speed. Nice.
So as you rage, Drinma, and you start first, and you use your because you're dashing technically. So you're like, oh, I'm doing this. You have like a good lead, and then all of a sudden you just see Corvin just whiz by you, and you're like, holy! Slaps Al's hand.
You were like a blur.
I've never been able to do something like this. As he pats you on the back and congratulations, and starts to be able to walk back here to the rest of the group.
Still pulsating muscles.
And
Takes a rage off.
he also drops his concentration.
Okay.
Bashar is just still awkwardly holding the sword.
I'll take that back, thank you. As he tries to lace it back up there on his, just there on his waist.
My, you seem to have accumulated quite a bit of skill and unnatural, it seems.
It's,
You think this is all from your time in Thelanis?
I wouldn't doubt it. You see, out of all the things that I have learned in Thelanis, there's one thing that sticks out the most here to me, one thing that I cannot forget.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the Feywild as a whole. Those who meet you inside of the Feywild, they see through you. They see into your very most self, and they see what your accomplishments are. They can see what your expertise is. They understand your abilities, what it is that you stand for. And they
Do they
push you.
twist
They,
it?
no, well, sort of. They push you to be the most of what they see. If you are a fool, they push you to be the king of fools. If you are adventurous, they push you to do nothing but that and do things of feats that others cannot do. If they view you as a lover, they look at you as if there's no such thing as a crush. It is straight to, I'm sure you're familiar with Juliet and Romeo.
Would I be? Being as I basically lived as a hermit after my parents were killed, and I
Some type of
lived in
playwright.
a temple.
You had read of the stories for fun, so
Okay.
I don't care too much for books.
The way that it works
Vaguely
is
familiar?
that there is no
All I
halfway
know
point.
is
There's
they
no
die at the end.
considerably, but they don't start at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They go straight from 1 to 100. There is zero progression. It's just you are the most of what you seem to be.
That sounds like it could either be a good thing or a really bad thing.
Yes, exactly. But whatever it is, for good or for bad, that is how they see you, and that's what they push you to be.
Makes me
Like I said, I feel like I could
see Oljor in kind of almost a different light now.
either have disastrous consequences, or
So if you're a jerk,
Really
you'd be
good.
king of jerks.
Exactly.
What if you like
Like I
a
said,
really good
disastrous
piece of meat?
consequences.
Would you be a chef? King of chefs?
Perhaps the best taste tester in all the Feywild. Who knows?
Chief chef? Chief chef?
Chief chef. But it seems like everything that I've been able to learn happens to all be done within the realm of nature-based. Animals, the wind, fire, water.
What about magnets?
So-
How that works.
so
I know, it was too easy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The elements.
So yeah, I'm familiar with elemental magic. My best friend Core is a monk of the elements.
But these are things that I've never been able to do before, though. I mean,
What were you able to do before?
Well, I was a very good modern day hunter. I was one of the best bounty hunters actually in our guild.
Well, I know you were.
I was
you
very
worked
well
with
connected.
Kavir,
Yes.
so.
And quite honestly, I taught him everything he knew.
But not
Are you
everything
saying
know.
that, or is that
Exactly.
just you pridefully saying that?
I mean, I do have a sense of pride, but I'm withholding it out of sadness here for my brother. Please excuse me. And he starts to kind of just walk away.
That was unbelievable, by the way. I mean, he was so fast. Did you see how fast he ran? It was gone. Okay.
Boom.
Well, I think we need to kind of maybe check on our equipment and see if we can start tracking the creation forge that we sought after the other day.
Right. So you make your way back to Keen's, the half-orc blacksmith. Right. Drima, which black sword did you get, or great sword did you get him? The great sword of
Great sword of warning.
warning.
Yep.
So
That's
Sorry,
their
my
dryer.
My laundry's done.
yes. It is no longer a great sword of warning.
Mm-hmm.
It is a great sword +2.
Okay.
Nice.
For the magical imbuements and the technically reforging of it, it will cost you 50 gold.
Okay. I'm good for it. Trust me. Okay. This is mighty nice. Thank you.
No problem. It wasn't that bad. Almost too easy, but hope it helps you in your travels.
I hope it will do me well and well, carry a little piece of your skill inside it.
Right. Then. Corbin.
Yeah, he almost said Kavir.
Almost said it.
Yes, sir.
Almost.
Your breastplate is a +1.
Nice.
Dude, nice.
I also want to see if I could be able to sell back the crabby piece of scale mail he might own.
Oh, the scale mail you have on you?
Yes.
Um,
I have no more need for it.
he kind of looks it over. Normal asking price is about 50 gold, but I have to do some work, so let's say an even 40 and call it a day.
It's better than I would have hoped to get out of it. Deal.
Alright. So, takes your scale mail, gives you 40 gold.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure's all mine. So. Breastplate.
That was all on at you too. So we're gonna
Yeah. So you have no information of where this potential forge is.
I guess we need to go talk to Chance.
in the group that we're talking. Well, I think that's what we decided yesterday, that we were gonna take chance. And I know we wanted to look at Corbin's and Kavir's previous room and board, their office. That was a little bit further away, so yeah, we would gather information, see if we could
go
find.
talk to Chance first, then we go up to Middle Memphis and go to Kavir's home.
We'll just go with the flow.
I think
Some would
that's
say
our, I
we're
think that's our plan.
See where the wind takes us.
Try to find this creation forge and then maybe set up shop in Kavir's house.
And then we'll pop in for
Leave my
afternoon tea.
house.
Sorry.
Who's paying the rent, by the way? I don't know if is that.
Oh no, we own this home.
Oh, okay.
It was very.
Oh.
No, it was a 15-year mortgage. We paid it off in 2.
Got paid enough on your bounties, huh?
We were very successful. Yes, we set up a nice home here.
If you don't mind, there was something that's been bothering me for a little while.
Yes.
Your previous job with the Cardinals.
Cardinal Crows.
Yes. Were they paying you well? Like a large sum, or was it a small sum, or was it a favor?
It was going to be a fairly large sum. It was going to be very large. However, it seemed to be nearly impossible. Granted, I was there for a few short days, but with never spending much time there inside Flames Keep, I became very learned as to the level of corruption that lay there within the church, within the all the theocracy as well as the monarchy there as well. It was almost an impossible task. However, Kavir actually found what I was looking for.
What was the favor again? Or what was your job with the
The
Cardinals?
bounty was so that we could be able to find for them some type of a shard.
The green shard, the yellow.
The one that whichever one that Kavir came in contact with and talked to me about days before he fell.
Right.
It almost sounded like it was that.
Did the Cardinals, did they pay you partially for the job beforehand, or was it just all in the sum after the job was completed?
It all would have been upon completion. I try not to take much here at the beginning, only due to should it ever fail. And they very rarely ever do.
Maybe you could always ask for some up front for expenses.
Don't sell yourself short right there. You're a man of business as well.
The guild has offered me a fair sum as a line of credit.
The guild.
The Bounty Hunters Guild.
That mean anything to her other than
Kavir's talked about the guild.
Mm-hmm. But we would just know of a guild. We obviously wouldn't know any others.
You don't know.
just know of it.
Well,
Sort of.
you being in the past 3 years of Sharn, it is the 3rd largest guild behind the Adventurers Guild and the Clifftop Adventurers Guild. So you have heard of it, but in terms of
What they do.
it's bounty hunter. So
They take jobs for money.
yeah, yeah. Their guild is a take a job for money. Their technical rivals is the Deathgate Guild, and they are the I don't care how it's done, just get the job done.
So if people die, oh well.
Does the job?
So they're kind of more honorable. Like the Bounty Hunters Guild is a
So the
little more
Bounty
honorable.
Hunters
as
Guild
opposed-
is more honorable. The Deathgate Guild is more pirates.
Hey,
Yeah.
I take offense to that.
Yes. Yeah. So the Bounty Hunters Guild is the 3rd largest guild in Sharn.
Do they have a
Okay.
they have a headquarters there too, right?
Their headquarters is in the Dragon Towers, that's where their house was, and it was giving them close proximity to the guild.
Okay.
Many of us who lived close enough here to the guild, the majority of us belong to it. They try not to be able to keep us too far apart.
So is that why you and Kavir picked that location for your
Exactly.
home? Okay. Have you had any run-ins with the Deathgate Guild?
Not as much because you guys were of the occult side during the war and also finding turncoats and traitors, so you didn't deal much with the Deathgate Guild, but there are members of the Bounty Hunters Guild that have crossed paths with Deathgate.
I relay all of that.
So, quick change. Question, maybe. Instead of going to chances, is there any way that there's an audience that we can... Maybe not an audience, but I imagine if there's something that's going against the treaty that was signed for this Creation Forge, there's probably money to be had for the Bounty Hunters Guild, and if it's all in the name of keeping and upholding law, they probably would have some sort of reason to...
So are you suggesting we make a visit to the headquarters of the Bounty Hunters Guild and try to secure a contract?
We might have an in.
Yeah. But does that mean you're going to put up money to, because they're not going to just do the job. Somebody's going to have to put money up for them, right?
Drenma is suggesting that we offer our services.
Or at least at the headquarters, there's probably some sort of buzz going on with this. We might gather information as opposed to go into the slums.
You wouldn't be wrong.
Okay.
If anything, the guild was fantastic with being able to provide different leads, different ways for us to be able to focus in on how to be able to complete the job as best we could. It may not have been the most accurate at times. Sometimes we had to do a bit more legwork here than others. Other times it's been almost dead on, where it's almost as easy as walking in and telling the individual that will bring them in either warm or cold.
So, with you in our group, Corbin, do you think they would accept the assistance of outsiders?
Corbin's just going to continue just to massage his temples again, as he's just in some thought. Perhaps. They don't necessarily try to be able to reach to others who they don't trust, at least others that have not been inducted or into the guild itself.
If we possibly gave a demonstration of skill, do you think that would ease their minds a bit?
Well, I know that the guild has definitely dropped in its size, or at least in terms of its total bounties since the end of the war. However, if from what you are telling me, from this dreadnought that has been made, and this Creation Forge, and all these things that have gone directly against the treaties that stand here in place, we may be standing on the edge of a new war.
Because from what we know, this dreadnought is a weapon of genocide.
Exactly. So, I think with that amount of information, perhaps a bit of a test of skill, it's very possible that the guild may actually possibly even try to be able to recruit one of you. If that is what any of you really wish to be able to do, has Kavir spoken to you at all about the trials, or?
No.
I'm much too old to get into a gang.
Well, I was just suggesting maybe a test of skill to ease their minds on potentially giving us a contract to track down the Creation Forge.
They certainly will not give you a contract.
Unless
That
we're
is
members.
absolute, unless you're members. In terms of information, they may pay for it. In terms of leads, they try not to be able to give those out to those who are not already inducted here into the guild.
And what kind of trials do they put you through for an induction?
Different here for many. It could be a low-level bounty, possibly with another individual there from the guild to oversee.
Make sure you don't cheat.
Exactly. That
Us, no.
an individual to vouch for you. It would be definitely a test of skill on your own. Sometimes they change it, sometimes it's all the same. I've seen many different trials. I know for myself and for Kavir, we were a package deal. We weren't going to be able to
You
go
don't
in unless
induct
we
one,
both.
you induct both.
Exactly. We were family. We kept ourselves very close like that. For us, we were each given two different bounties that were very similar here to each other. But also, little did we know that these bounties both coincided here with each other completely. They were just for 2 peas in a pod. However,
So essentially, brothers hunting brothers.
it's a good way to put it. Brothers, business partners, whichever. They could have been brothers. I didn't really care to find out.
But they worked together just as you and Kabir worked together.
Exactly.
Kavir, the way that you talk this,
That's
I mean, excuse me, Corbin, whoever the hell you are. Sorry, Corbin. The way that you talk, and it sounds like with the success you have, I mean, do you have any sway with the people that run this guild? I mean, it sounds like you've accomplished quite a bit and have had a lot of success. It's not like you're a new member of the guild and just trying to get your toes dipped into this. It sounds like you've done it for a while. You must have some sort of connections or...
We were on the verge of retirement,
So you're well seasoned.
considerably.
So if anyone said to vouch, you might be the best one.
You were top tier, so you were on a first name basis with the leader of the Bounty Hunters Guild division, Reinhold Thorpe, who led this division.
Reinhold
Thorpe. Reinhold Thorpe. Who is the leader of the Sharn division of the Bounty Hunters Guild. You two were on a first name basis with Reinhold.
With knowing of the Bounty Hunters Guild, would I know of Reinhold Thorpe, or would I just know of the guild?
Reinhold doesn't let outsiders know his name.
Okay.
For outsiders, it's a guild that everyone's in charge of.
So reverse Godfather. It's not like you'd see him walking on the street and go, "Oh, that's..." Yeah.
No, like if you belong to the Bounty Hunters Guild and you go into the guild itself, you know that when you walk in, Reinhold Thorpe is in charge of this.
Okay.
To the outsiders of Sharn,
It's just run by the members.
it's run by somebody. It's run by everyone at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Vishar would just know of the guild.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool.
It's possible that I could have some sway, but I can't guarantee it. I will say yes that I was on a first name basis, but even then, business comes first. Friendships
Okay.
are always secondary.
We can always try.
We certainly could be able to try. I just want to make sure that we all know what we're getting ourselves into.
This won't make you look bad or maybe sour good favor with guild members?
As far as they're all concerned, I'm on the verge of retirement. I was almost ready to retire at the end of my last mission.
Well, you now look like you're in your 20s. They
So if
may want to
anything,
keep
you're
you on
right back to
longer.
get into business.
I'll be back in business again.
Well, I guess we'll make our way to the Bounty Hunters Guild then.
Al, is that
See
okay
where
with you,
that
Kat?
goes.
Yes.
Mia?
I'm down. Let's do it.
Right.
Al, are you okay with that?
Might as well.
I'd prefer to be able to stop by the house first on the way there, if we may.
Sure, of course.
If we're going to be looking at other possible connections between this Rakshasa, Cardinals, how close they all might be, this dreadnought. Did they mention who they were looking to here for this particular genocide?
We know that the two that are spearheading this are the Rakshasa, Marik, and Star and Decaneth.
But in terms of
But
a
in terms of a
target,
target of where it's supposed to be going, no, we don't know.
And you said that this Rakshasa held a humanoid form prior to.
Yes, a dwarf with scruffy red beard with some gray in there.
You just described half the dwarves here in Charcuterie.
I know. It's a very generic dwarf.
There was a scar on the right side of his neck.
Okay, yeah. So we have one defining feature.
Out of
Was
game,
it-
you guys met him before you met up with Al, right? So Al didn't see him, or is it after?
No.
Okay.
That
Mallory was
in the
in the
cathedral.
cathedral.
That was the first time we met him.
Yeah.
Okay.
What name did he go by? Did he have a name?
the dwarf?
Yes.
He
Malric.
went by
He
Malric.
went by Malric.
Yes, his one defining feature was a scar along
Any-
the right side of his neck.
Any particular shape, or did it look more like a slash mark? Did it look like a
It's a slashy mark.
Slash.
Yeah, it was a slash mark.
Okay, I still wasn't sure if it was almost like a brand.
It just looked like either a sword cut or a knife cut, something like that.
Well,
Moana, man.
Yeah, dude, Moana gets me amped every time.
Hey, hey.
Oh, that is Hey
It
Hey.
is
Oh,
Hey
wow,
Hey.
yeah.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey's the best.
Yes.
All those years in Juilliard finally paid off.
I went to Juilliard for
Holy
this.
shooting!
I went to Juilliard for this. Yeah.
So basically, very generic looking dwarf, but
very,
with the
very generic. Like this,
like he basically took on the most forgettable dwarf form.
the most common dwarf form, because if, again,
Yeah.
you just explained what he looked like,
Yeah.
and Corbin just said,
Red beard.
you just
kinda
explained
gray.
half of the
Yeah.
the dwarf population Sharn.
Yeah.
It was exactly for
He
that
took
reason.
on that form to blend
Hidden in
in
plain
as
sight.
much as possible.
Yes,
The only thing he could get rid of was the scar.
because that was that was a part of him.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
So to get to the Dragon Towers in Middle Central, it's 3 wards. So that's a 3-hour trip by Sky Coach. If you do the fast Sky Coach, it's about an hour and a half trip.
Okay. And how much would that run?
8 silver pieces.
8 silver pieces.
Or 5 silver pieces.
Each?
Yeah, each.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25.
Okay.
I think we can do that.
Yep, let's do that.
The last one? Okay.
Yeah, you're doing
So,
fast.
yeah, 5 silver.
5 silver. All right, mark that off. Is there anything you guys want to do in this?
In this district? No.
No, just fast travel up.
Yeah.
Unless anyone wants to do any role playing up to that.
no.
You
Yeah.
guys been doing,
I think we're fast
yeah,
traveling
you guys
up.
been doing great on the role playing. All right.
Wait, where's Oldjor ran off to? Did we find out where
He's
he ran off?
just on the ship
As far as
somewhere.
we know, he's on the ship.
Yeah.
Which they have kind of the autonomous freedom to do what they want as long as they come back at night.
Kavir, would you like to invite Old Jor along? Or Corbin, sorry.
See?
You just remind me of your brother.
That's 2.
I know we sort of look alike and all, but then again, we also don't look like each other at all.
It's like you turn and I just I see him.
My question to you, Corbin. Kavir was a half-elf. You
I'm human.
are not.
That's correct.
I know it's just onto us right now.
We do not share the same mother. We do share the same father.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. How much
So you're essentially
older were you?
stepbrothers.
How much older are you compared to Kavir?
I was about 7 years older than my brother.
Okay.
Well, now it's 37 years, but also look 5 years younger than when I last saw him.
Well, the last time we saw Kavir, he looked about 10 years younger than he was.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, something happened. I don't know what. And he came out of his room with shorter hair, less wrinkles, looked about 10 years younger.
I definitely need to be able to find my books on the Arcane. I need to figure out what happened here with him. And back to it again. You always said that he was capable of many magical abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, as he's never been able to do that here prior.
Well,
Never before.
as long as we knew him. Perfectly capable. But it did seem to get stronger the more he used it. Although there was one instance when he cast a spell and then proceeded to just stand there. Completely, like, blank-faced.
Like in shock.
Not shock, more like,
Catharsis. Catatonic.
yeah, catatonic. Like his
Did somebody
mind
say
just,
cat?
his mind just
Meow.
Yeah.
shut down on him for an entire battle. We were going up against Warforged, and Alistair, Willow, and
No, you were
No, that was
you were
was-
fighting the ship.
It was that was
You were
that
trying
was,
to
that
take
was
down
the
the
ship.
ship.
That was the
was
not the
the-
Eternal Dawn, the Celestial Noir.
Celestial Noir. You were.
That's right.
You were
We were in the
airship
ship battle.
Yeah.
So back to
So but it seems like maybe some of his abilities had some sort of
consequences.
consequence. Does that mean anything to you?
It's starting to sound more occult.
Because I'm familiar with divine, not arcane. I'm a cleric.
I'm a cleric.
I'm a cleric.
I mean, I could say that I've certainly have my share with the rituals, the petty hedge magic that you would find from others trying to be able to form some type of summonings.
Charlatans.
Charlatans is a good word here for it. Or even others who even devoutly had believed it, but were following rituals and arcane signs that made no sense.
Is that something that Kavir was diving into?
I mean, that was his specialty. I mean, I would say that out of all that he would best me in, it was his knowledge of the occult. It was his knowledge of the lore of the occult.
Do you think he may have started to dive into it and experiment with trying to create or do spells?
I would have hoped that his judgment was better than that.
Don't know.
You know how it is.
Unfortunately, he's not here to ask.
Let's get back here to my place. I need to do a little bit of research here in these books.
Okay. We'll assume
Out
that
of game thing. Why does it smell like cookies in here?
it's the candle.
It's the candle.
Oh, okay.
I literally lit that
pumpkin
forever ago.
pecan waffles.
Okay.
That's why it smells like cookies.
Yes.
Now,
So-
the pecan or the pecan?
There's
Well,
a
if you're in the
pecan.
south, it's pecan.
So,
That's why I like
you
that.
arrive to Middle Central in the Dragonmark Towers district. Being here before, walk off the Sky Coach. You do see the towers of all the Dragonmark houses. You're making your way to your house first, correct, Corbin?
Correct, yes.
Okay. It's still in not shambles, but it still looks like it's been ransacked. You and Kavir, before leaving, tried to clean up a little, but both of you having the utmost need and urge to pursue these things, it's still a little ransacked.
He looks up there at the mostly ransacked home, sees the broken glass, and kind of whispers to himself, "Home sweet home." He starts to
Hopefully, you
make-
can get it cleaned up.
starts to make his way inside.
Okay. Few books are missing. Fridge is emptied,
Of course.
of course. But other than that, your office is still fine. Minus, again, a few things scattered about, like someone was looking for something. But other than that, your office is manageable.
Such a strange thing. People in these parts of town, they aren't destitute by any means. And yet, of the majority of things that were taken from here as it was ransacked, they went for the food.
I mean,
I would expect them to try and be able to tackle, the library that we've accumulated over the course of the years, or things that might be inside the office. But they take the food.
food is food.
This feels more
Especially if
disrespectful.
people were hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, not hungry as in poor, but hungry as in, man, I could go for a bite.
This feels rude.
Didn't Mal live there for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Mal ate the food.
Nah.
Mal, did you eat the food?
No.
Did Mal eat the food?
No.
Some of
Probably.
it, not all of it.
I ate some of it, but I didn't eat quite a lot. She hates it. She hates it when I do like a southern but that's all I can do right now.
But that's kind of like that rock guy from Thor.
Krog.
Oh, crap.
He sounds like.
Hi, I'm Krog. I'm made of
I am
rocks.
Kroll.
We hit
And he
a
got
Star
beaten by
Revolution.
paper.
Want to join?
He did get beaten by paper.
With
Yes,
it,
he did.
with his like high pitched like Cockney accent.
I'm
That's
Crawl.
what it's gonna be.
Nice crawl.
Yeah.
I honestly, not much has changed here since last time I was here.
It's a weird accent.
Guess what? I'm sticking to it.
Look for genocide.
I believe
Right
it's
then.
Genasi.
Genocide, genasi.
Genesee.
Tomato,
Guinness.
tomato.
Guinness.
Tomato, tomato.
Potato.
Tomato. Who the fuck says tomato?
What specifically are you looking for?
So I'm trying to be able to find any type of books that would be regarding like the lore of the occult, accessing, gaining it, rituals regarding, trying to be able to commune with anything along those lines.
Make your investigation check.
All right.
Guidance.
Making
Guidance.
my way to investigate.
Can I also help him look around for any arcane, occult
Really?
Since you've been in this house before, I would allow it.
I'll allow it, but you
Nice.
better watch yourself, McCoy.
So that is a total of.
Supposed to be investigation?
Yes.
Too bad that wouldn't count.
Yeah, no. That
I just
wasn't-
knocked it
you
off
knocked-
with my
That's not the
thumb.
intended.
That would be a 35.
God damn.
Jesus fucking
You don't need
Christ.
to help. This is his house.
Well, I gave him guidance.
Yeah.
In his guidance
Mine would
was
be
it?
it was a 4.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes.
Yeah, and I rolled a 16.
Okay, yeah, you're not helping. You're just like, these are books. I've read a lot of these. You do find the 3 books that you had acquired over your time. The Cult of the Dragon Below is a book that was written by someone that later had lost their own mind, but before they lost it, they dived into the research of the different cults. This book mainly focuses on the Cult of Shadow. The other book is also the Occult of Zendrick. So all the magical items that adventurers go and bring back from Zendrick, the land of the giants that had been wiped out thousands of years ago. Due to it being thousands of years ago, not a lot of people know. There are multiple theories of what wiped out the giants, but this one covers it of the eldritch machines they had, the magical items and weapons that the giants had in the uprising. The third book you do find is the Occults of Shar. The occults that had risen in power during the last war, and what got you and Kavir started into this, like, there were unseen forces that were trying to pull the strings during the war.
And would Corbin be able to make any kind of a connection based off the clues that were made, or what is the clues that were given here from his new comrades?
Going through the Cult of Shadows book, the Cult of Shadows is a group that does belong to the Dragon Below, but they are very arcane. Arcane secrets, arcane knowledge, magic that doesn't make sense.
So, potentially a bit of a clue.
Potentially a clue.
Well, Vishar, based off all of the information that you've given me, and thank you for your assistance here with finding things, but this is the book
You seem
that was-
you seem to have done better than me.
well, I try to make sure that I understand, well, some bit of knowledge.
To me, books. I like books.
Well, if you'd like to read this, you're more than welcome to.
I'll take
Perhaps
books.
study up on it.
Okay.
It deals with, you said the Cult of Shadows?
Cult
The
of
Cult
Shadows.
of Shadows.
The Cult of Shadows deals with really with trying to be able to reach contact with the dragon below. It deals with really with magics that are unknown to the rest of the world, not specifically arcane, definitely not divine. Well, actually, it could be divine. I'm not entirely sure. It's old magic, but it also dealt with what brought the end to the reign of giants as well. I'm sure you've heard of the reign of giants here across the lands.
Stories,
No.
because of
fairly well known.
how many people traveled to Zendrick, and you again spending 3 years in Sharn. A lot of people go to Zendrick for treasure hunting.
Okay.
To make there's a lot of adventurers that specifically go to Zendrick to try to find magical items and treasures to bring back and make profit.
Okay. And then the magic that is unknown / doesn't make sense, would I kind of know this is Zoriat, or since it's the Dragon Below, or
Dragon Below?
Kyber?
Yes, Kyber. You would understand the Dragon Below Kyber, but in terms when it comes to the cult of the Dragon Below, there are many cults.
Well, like, would I know, like, Zoriat doesn't make sense, so maybe this magic comes from Zoriat, like that kind of thing?
Well, you don't know Zoriat.
Okay.
You've heard of Zoriat from Mal, but she
Yeah.
hasn't gone much into that.
Right.
Okay.
You're not Oriana, dear.
Sorry.
Darn.
Second campaign,
You're
I
not
get the characters blended.
You're not Oriana. But in terms of the magic, make a general intelligence check.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got plenty of that.
Smarts.
18.
18.
Nice.
These are magics, of the known magics of Corvair and Eberron. What it means by different magics, it's magics that people can't use normally. Like, everyone has magic in them, and this is magic that
Only a select few.
that go beyond normal magics of known magics. So it's different. It's alien to them.
So, like, almost like a crazy version of necromancy, or like...
That's how you wanted. If that's how Vishara wants to translate it, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you giving me this book, Corvin.
Of course.
This will help me kind of understand the arcane a little bit better. I spent 3 years in a temple studying Kalishtar lore and divine magics.
Would Corbin be familiar with Kalishtar and everything that kind of follows with that?
There is a select group of Kalishtar that lives in Sharn, so you would know of them. You do know that they do not worship the sovereign host. They worship the path of light. So do good deeds. There's two groups. If we do good deeds, we bring about the path of light, and then the Shadow Watchers that are fight the darkness, bring about the age of light. They are alien. They're weird. They are humans, but there's something off about them.
As they're having this conversation too, Drinma's gonna just like start kind of cleaning up the place.
Okay.
Like tidiness, like she kind of goes like, "This is the second time we've come here, and it's been really messy." So I'm gonna start
Just
cleaning
gonna
things
put
up.
things where I think they go.
Yeah, just like just taking
I'm going
books.
to do my best.
Yeah, just taking books and be like, books on the
These are
ground,
Books.
shelf.
Gonna go here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that. Oh, chairs topped over, like.
Okay.
Well, Vishara, if you wouldn't mind, I would certainly, perhaps at a later time, like to be able to learn a bit more of your people as well.
Try to explain the best I can. It's not exactly a pleasant story.
Well, I can't say all that I've learned is quite pleasant as well.
Well,
I guess one thing we have in common.
yeah, well.
But anyway,
She kind of just goes into her head for a minute. Just goes silent and distant.
Corbin starts to walk out, no longer with the book in hand.
Okay.
And
So
looking over
Bashar
and
now
seeing-
has the book.
and just hearing, like the clattering of just, like chairs and
Stuff
dishes,
moving around.
things that were broken. Looking over and says, "Thank you, Drinma. That's very nice of you."
Hey, anything I can do to help? And she'll take like a dish right there, and then just like open a cupboard, and then just like throw it in there, and just like it's put away.
That was the good china.
That was my retirement china, you ass.
Also, some of them had some weird markings on them. They looked like they were, like, I don't know, painted or something. So I decided to scrub those off too for you. So.
I would like to speak up for once.
You what?
Please, go ahead.
The floor is yours.
Corbin?
Corvin.
It's not like the kid from High School Musical.
Oh,
She's
God.
never seen that.
Oh, thank God.
She also hates that bum who's in there.
No, I love
Zac
Zac Efron.
Efron.
Don't you ever talk shit about him.
Have you seen his dad?
bum?
What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Do not get on
What
your
is
Zac Efron
what is
chat.
Kat
Can't.
going to say?
Zac Efron is super hot now.
What, with his dad bod and all?
It's barely a dad bod. Anyways,
point.
It's a ripped
that
dad
beard.
bod.
He's like
Wait,
fit
what are you gonna
fat.
say?
May I go to the store for you? You are lacking a lot in your refrigerator as I open it up and it's just bare. You have
There's a bear in it?
condiment of ketchup, catsup,
Cat soup. Cat soup.
Oh my fucking God.
That was incredible.
and maybe
Vishara's
some like
literally,
soy
like-
sauce or something.
Vishara is literally like standing in the back trying not to laugh because she knows exactly why Kat wants to go to the store.
Like really bad low sodium like soy sauce too. Like, ugh. Who the hell wants this?
Corbin's just kind of started massaging his temples again and started kind of chuckled himself after the mispronunciation of ketchup. and
Oh no,
soup.
honey. It literally says catsup on the bottle. I
Urban
think you need.
pronunciation.
Unless it's
Catsup.
Heinz, and then it's
It's not.
Ketchup.
Catsup. Anyway,
And also,
You like me to
and
go
also
to the
the
store
cranch.
for you?
Ranch.
I mean, you're welcome to. I'm just not sure exactly how long I'll be staying here again.
Well, I feel like we're gonna be here for the night, right?
I'd hope
It's
so.
only about 11 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, can I get some like hamburger helper for you?
Hamburger helper.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't say no. Sure.
Hamburger helper.
And he looks over at Kat and says, I assume you're familiar with, well, are you familiar with different ingredients, things? Are you good at cooking? I've never been good at cooking.
I mean, it's literally 3 ingredients, so I think I can figure it out.
He tosses 5 gold over her way.
Okay.
Going to the store. Anybody like to
You're
accompany?
going to the store. Okay.
Or whatever you call it in whatever
Market.
age.
The market.
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 Come on.
Vishara will go with you.
Mal will go as well.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Okay.
Is this a completely different thing you expected? Brian?
Yeah.
Girl gang. Going to the store.
Okay.
Hashtag girl gang. Hashtag GG.
Even
Minus.
though Mal doesn't really like Vishara because Vishara is weird.
Yes.
I'm giving myself another chance.
Okay. So that's where we're gonna take our break.
Oh, jeez.
The accent. Yes.
Love it. Yes. We're gonna take our break, grab more drinks, go to the bathroom, do all that. Yep, it's canon. We will be back in like 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see you right
posh
back,
podcast.
everyone. And welcome back. We've all had our short little bathroom break, got more drinks. Hannah's shoving.
Hamburger helper.
Hamburger helper.
Hamburger.
Pete, what are you eating?
Chicken wing?
Chicken drumstick.
Is that mine?
Anyway,
Looks
picking up where we
looks so good.
left off, Corvin had led you guys back to him and Kavir's house, picked up a few books. Mal, Kat, and Bashar went to go shopping.
Shopping.
For a hamburger helper.
Hamburger helper. So in the Dragon Towers district, it's not so much as shops as just like supplies and rations. Because this district is mostly meant for business with the Dragon Mart houses.
Well, Kat, is there anywhere in particular we can get supplies for?
So now she's from Boston?
from,
it's gonna be like 8 things rolled into one. So it'll.
Oh my Christ.
Oh my Christ.
Oh my Christ.
Oh my Christ.
I don't know. I think that going to a place like a farmer's market that has some fresh milk, maybe some fresh pasta, and some fresh ground beef would be.
Can Bashar look around and see if there's anything that...
There's not a
possibly
farmer's
sell
market. There's just a few little stalls that sell basic provisions.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Introducing. Who's a cute
All right.
I like a good kitty cat as well.
All right. So you go to one of the little stalls. Has dried/cured meats and basic vegetables.
Is it vegetables or vegetables?
You're not Oriana. It's vegetables.
I'm just asking.
In my village, we'd call them vegetables.
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 So it's actual vegetables.
It's actual vegetables.
Okay.
I'm thinking some nice produce. Maybe a head of lettuce, a couple turnips.
Don't you eat rocks?
I mean, I still eat food.
Yeah, like rocks.
She's made of rocks. Why
I'm
would
made
she
of
eat her own
rocks.
self?
That would be cannibalism.
Yeah.
Rock candy or maybe some sort of chrysalis.
So now Mal is Cockney.
Like I said, this is going to be like 8 things rolled into one. Do you think maybe some tomatoes?
We could probably find some tomatoes.
I don't know what those are, but tomatoes I think would be very
Okay.
nice.
Let's go in this little shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Day, sir, we were just looking for a couple produce items, nothing too extravagant.
Vegetables and meat, Sarah.
What is she?
She's made of rock.
I can see that.
Don't think too hard on it. You'll hurt your brain.
Okay, what do you need?
Vegetables and some cured meats or...
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
A couple turnips if you have them.
I have a few turnips, some tomatoes, and some salted pork and...
Again, don't think too hard. You'll hurt your brain.
Okay, yeah.
Kat, you enjoy some milk as well, is that correct?
Creme de la creme.
I have no idea what that is.
Do you have any milk or
Maybe goat's
cream
milk. Goat's
or...
milk, something a
I
little
have
more
some
rich.
goat's milk, yeah.
We'll add that
Cat,
as well.
will goat's milk suffice? It's not creme de la creme, but
In real life, that's disgusting, but I guess for now.
Delicious.
It's quite rich. I think it would be very good for you.
We'll make my fur silky.
Chris, I literally can't with you. I can't.
Can't what?
you realize your wife is going to kill you for this.
I know, that's why I keep doing it.
I'm poking.
I remember
bear.
the first time I did this. She didn't like it at all. She's texting me right now, so we'll see what happens.
All right.
You better not give Cat or Mal a stupid accent.
Yep.
It's not stupid if it sounds cool.
The revolution has begun. So for all that, it's about 8 silver pieces.
Okay.
How much did Peter throw at us?
5 gold.
5 gold.
Does that equal out?
For fresh produce,
More than
I'd say
enough.
Yeah, it's more than enough. It's
So 8 silver is like 1 gold.
basically. It's 10 silver is
Okay.
a gold piece.
Cat,
Well-
do you want to just give him one of the gold?
Well, this is 1 gold. What else would you ladies like to go do?
You know,
We got 4 more gold.
Can I make,
I also
like-
enjoy a nice rosé if you have any.
Can I make like an investigation check to see if there's like a wine cellar or someone selling alcohol of some kind?
There is an yes. There, about 2 stalls down is someone that is selling mead, wines.
I assume this is how Amber Heard talks when she's around Johnny Depp.
Oh God! Wow.
You were on fire tonight. I've missed that.
I know, that's why I've had to apply cream before I got here.
Oh.
Burn cream. Anyway, Kat, do you want to go to the wine stall?
Fuck yeah. Let's do it.
That's where
We're gonna
we're
make our way
going.
to the wine stall.
Okay. So, at the stall is a human female. She has 2 different types of red. And then two types of wine, or white wine. So
So 2 reds, 2 whites.
2 reds, 2 whites. So Shiraz or a Merlot.
And then a Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like something dry too, just like the rocks of a riverbed. I'll take the peanut
So
if you don't mind.
Vishar is gonna go up to the woman.
Okay.
Good day, ma'am.
Good day.
How much for your lighter white and your dry red?
For the dry red, it's 10 gold pieces. For the whites, it's 5.
We'll take your greatest, lowest shelf wine that you have.
Goliath Rex, I think is what it's called here.
Rex Goliath.
But it's in a different world, so maybe it's Goliath Rex. Made by the Goliath people, I think.
In the handle bottle.
So two gold pieces
2 gold pieces for which one?
for your bottom shelf red.
Okay.
Yes.
Out of game, because I'm not as cultured as maybe some other people in here, is there handled wine?
Yes,
Yes.
but it is literally disgusting.
Yeah, it's awful.
That's like
So
cooking
don't-
wine.
It sounds like
Don't
a
try it.
swill. Okay.
You do better with boxed wine than you would with handled.
Okay, fan.
I like
didn't know
boxed
that.
wine.
So she was saying.
That's why I said you would do better with boxed wine than handled wine.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's makes a really good box wine, by the way.
Oh my god.
I didn't know that.
So basically the Pinot Grigio was 5 gold.
Yes.
Okay.
It all goes down the same. Give me the cheapest you got.
Vishara's gonna give her the 5 gold.
I thought we
for
were doing this for Corvin.
Pinot Grigio.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about him.
Pinot Grigio.
And then a bottle of the cheap red. that
He's sitting there
Kat
playing
wants.
on his phone.
Corbin is not over at the market. He's still back at the place.
I know, but I can see into your eyes, mind.
So, like I said, the cheapest is 2. 2 gold
Cat,
pieces
2 gold. For the cheap red.
for a very cheap Merlot.
Okay, well I got 4, so give me like,
2 bottles.
Turning gold.
give me.
And Charn? Yeah, man.
I have 4. Give me all you can give with this.
2 bottles.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
I mean, you'll probably eat one or drink one by yourself.
I sure will.
Real life or in game?
Both.
Yes.
Is
You bitch.
it's true.
I was gonna say,
and then
don't
Mal's
lie.
gonna
yeah.
get the
I ain't lying.
yeah, Mal's gonna do the Pinot.
No, you're a cat.
Mal will get the Pinot Grigio.
Okay. 5.
5.
So we got 2 bottles of the Pinot.
2 bottles of
And
the.
2
But
bottles
I
of cheap red.
want to make sure that my shitty wine is literally like the jug. It's huge.
So the handle wine.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pumped.
Getting at 2 handles of wine.
Here's the thing: you drink the good wine first, and then you drink the shitty wine afterwards, because then you can't taste the difference. It's fine.
I am learning so much at this table right now.
I really am.
Oh, this is what I use in real life. So
I know.
That's what I'm
I know.
saying.
That's why I was like, I'll just need a bottle to myself. I'm like, wait, Cat or Hannah?
you usually get 2 wines.
Yes.
1 good wine, 1 shitty wine. The good wine is drunken first.
Is it Cat or Hannah? Yes.
Is it drunken or drinking?
Drunken.
Okay, you've got your wine, you've got your food.
What else is around?
The Dragon Towers.
Okay, so there's no other stalls
No.
that are selling anything. It was just the wine.
It's the wine and
then
the provisions.
vegetable cheese guy or
Yeah.
vegetable meat guy.
Is there a cheese as well? Oh,
Is
do we
there
get cheese?
at the
Ooh, we need a
vegetable stand?
charcuterie board.
Was there cheese?
Is
at
that
the
a word?
vegetable
I don't-
stand?
Charcuterie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's word.
I am not as cultured as
is
some
there
others.
anywhere
It's
that
cheese
sells
and crackers
Get
and
educated.
I just call it a cheese board.
Charcuterie board.
Is there
The millennial
anywhere
rage.
around- Is there anywhere around that sells cheese?
No, what?
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Why are we discussing this right now? All right.
Because you brought up charcuterie boards.
Somebody said cheese. All right.
Brian's like, I want to die.
You're fine. This
Can we
is
go
not
back to
boring.
I
the guy
missed
that
this.
sells
I missed
cheese?
breaking the DM, talking about random shit.
This is probably the most anyone's ever said. What is it?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Again, making my point accurate. This is probably the most that any people have ever said the word charcuterie in one sitting.
Everyone on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Charcuterie. For life.
Charcuterie.
Anyway, back to what we were doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shark.
Okay, so we're making our way back to
yes.
the house.
Brown bag and all too with our wines.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cat's got 2 giant bags of
So
junk.
Al, Corvin, and Drinma, Mal, Bashara, and Kat come back with.
Well, no, Corvin, Dranma, and Al were not shopping with us.
If you would let me finish,
You said come back, so.
Baby, come back.
you see Bashara, Mal, and Kat come back.
You should have left with that.
I'm gonna hit you.
We do not incentivize and
condone spousal
condone people assaulting one another, especially for over a very nice bottle of Pinot Grigio and charcuterie.
Nice indeed.
We're back.
This is gonna taste like shit.
I
don't even know what-
charcuterie.
It's gonna taste like charcuterie.
Well,
It
Corbin,
was brewed in the turret. However you say it, Peter.
I say that almost every day, by
Brian's
the way.
just like, I want to
Bruce
die.
angry
Can
in
we
the
move on?
Oh, this
All
is
right.
so fucking bad.
Focus.
Oh my god. Anyways,
I'm focusing.
yep. Colvin, we're back and we've got some goodies for you. And she's gonna slowly try to put him in his spacious kitchen. This is very nice. What table is this? Is that granite? I can't tell.
Mahogany. Took like 7 pygmies to get through this thing before.
Hey, you can't make things either, Mr. DM.
You bend to our will.
This is our game.
I see Pete is still.
Excuse me,
touting Tina Turner.
Corvin. How are you liking our things we brought back?
Certainly is a bit more than I was expecting, but I can't wait to see how you put this all together.
Well, you have those impulse buys.
I feel like we were gonna drink tonight, and it was probably what's gonna happen. We got a couple good bottles and a couple shit bottles.
Think of it as victory. Think of it as. Oh, hold on. How did I do the voice again? Think of it as victory. No, now that sounds like Ozzy Osbourne.
That sounded really creepy.
Think of it as just celebratory items for when we succeed in finding this. What did we say it was? Forge.
Creation.
Creation Forge.
Are you Mrs. Doubtfire now?
No, that would be this accent. Eugenaya Doubtfire.
accent. Stick with it.
I can't.
I didn't quite enjoy the random accents, to be honest.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Eugenaya Doubtfire, my dear. Sorry, we are really going ADHD on you, dear.
Corbin, would you like us to prepare a meal for you before we head out?
That would be quite wonderful, actually, and I can certainly be able to reach out here to the guild as well and to set up a meeting at the time.
That would be,
You don't mind getting the pilot light
Right.
started?
I just
while we-
want to say that after all this, you really need to learn how to cook. This is not a woman in the kitchen type of thing anymore.
Or 3 women in the kitchen.
To be honest, this is the most women I've ever had in this kitchen.
Oh, that's
probably the most I've ever
sad.
had in your house.
I find that hard to believe.
The kitchen, my house. No,
Oh.
definitely not the house, but definitely the kitchen. But
Well-
I digress.
I'm sorry. That sounds like a sad life.
Kavir was a bit of a ladies' man. Or ladies half elf.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Well, while Mal
I'm gonna
is
continue with my drink on that.
while Mal
Yeah, you
is
do that.
cooking, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go do some meditation.
Of course, please. You're welcome to any of the rooms here in the house.
So I'm gonna go into.
Well, we've already been in every room, so.
Well,
Sure.
not every room.
Ooh.
One way or another.
Not the secret room.
I slept on top of the couch, so it wasn't me.
All right, so Vishara is going to go into Kavir's old office
Okay.
and just kind of sit, and she's gonna try to talk to Ashna again.
Okay.
And just ask Ashna if she can, since Vishara was not able to like contact Core through sending,
Mm-hmm.
to see if Ashna can sense if Core is still alive. Because it's just odd to her that she's not able to contact her. So she's just gonna sit there and just be quiet for a minute, and then just Ashna, I know you don't really talk to me much. You just kind of give me danger sense, but I haven't been able to get in touch with Core, and I can usually do that. Is she still alive?
You don't get an exact response back, but you feel a warmth in your body that kind of leads you to that she is still alive. And that's about all you get.
Well, it's about the best I could hope for. I mean, it would be nice if you could talk back to me, but I know that's not possible. I know you just kind of exist. At least that's what I've learned from my studies and my parents, but I mean, it would be nice to get some kind of verbal response, but I don't know. Just been feeling isolated from this group. I don't know why, I just feel like they don't understand me. They never will understand me. I guess I just miss Core. And then she's just gonna kind of sit.
Okay. So Mal, you're cooking?
Mal is making an attempt at cooking, yes.
I mean, you don't really want to have cat hair in your food, right?
Do you have cooking tools?
I do not believe Mel has cooking.
I'm sure there'll be some type of cutlery if it
Yeah.
hasn't been.
Yeah, let's take a look and see what she's got.
Because I can tell you don't want Vishara cooking. She does not have any experience with that.
She does not have anything like that.
Let's see.
So make a dex check.
I have a string. Do you need a string?
Maybe to bind the meats, and then, kind of like a beef Wellington. You use like twine and kind of like.
We're not making it by beef Wellington. Jesus Christ.
We don't
Jesus
even have
fucking
beef.
Christ! That is a 22.
Yay!
So with the pork and the turnips and veggies you had procured, you do make a nice pork roast.
You know, I haven't really done something like this in quite a while, and most of my cooking has been with roots and herbs and maybe whatever game we found, but I hope you enjoy it.
I thought you ate rocks.
I do not eat rocks, no. I like rocks.
Vishara's still in the office.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't.
Alright.
And Corvin, I hope you enjoy this. Just a little thank you for your hospitality.
Pleasure's all mine, and I thank you for dinner here this evening.
That's the least I can do.
Lunch this afternoon.
Lunch this afternoon.
Or late breakfast.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
only like 1 o'clock.
Jesus Christ, I lose track of time.
Thank God I'm keeping track of it.
During the time that they would have all done this, Corbin would have stepped out, onto the second floor balcony,
Okay.
and he would have kind of looked out for like any other types of like birds that might be flying around.
Little central. There's a few birds flying around.
Okay.
So there are a few.
Yeah, there are a few.
Now, are they spits or are they swallows?
Jesus Christ.
African or European?
You're telling me
much about Spanish.
you're telling me a 1
You have
pound
to know these
swallow
things when you're
can
on
lift
the
a
unit.
3 pound
He would
coconut?
throw out a little bit of a ration of like bread, trying to be able to like lure them over here to him.
Okay.
Alright, give me a minute, please. And as soon as one would get close, he would cast Speak with Animals,
Okay.
and he would attempt to get one of them to be able to relay a message as he's kind of described out something. There's like a small bit of parchment, almost like a carrier pigeon.
Okay.
Trying to be able to set up a bit of a meeting with the head of the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Reinhold.
Yes.
Reinhold.
From what I understand, it requires a persuasion check as part of this to be able to get them to do a minor task.
Yes.
All right. So. That's okay, actually. That is a 12, sir.
12. So you kind of hold out some bread, and one of the birds kind of flies down and lands on your hand and starts pecking at it. And you're like, hey, I need you to do something for me. And it keeps pecking at the bread, and you roll up the parchment and kind of like tie it to its leg.
I will offer more bread in return for this favor.
Okay. It accepts. So you tell, it's like, you look at the bird and say, you need to go to Bounty Hunters Guild and drop this off. And it flies off towards the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Alright, well, hopefully that'll make it. And he's kind of just looking over there across whatever bit of scenery he can be able to see from the top of the balcony. And he reaches for his panpipes kind of just instinctively to try and be able to start playing, then realizes that he's still there in public, kept us in the way.
Okay.
And starts to be able to make his way back downstairs.
Okay.
Well, the last time that I was at this apartment, I think I ran into Cord.
Yeah, you did. You gave him a 4th level firebolt scroll.
Fireball!
Cord is not here. Cord, oh, your husband played for you. Cord is en route right now, getting the blueprints and the schematics of the Icewind
to the
Islands
Bear
factory
King.
to the Bear King.
To try to convince him to lend his army to
Well,
go to the Ice White Islands.
I would like to go outside and reminisce, and maybe hopefully one of his peoples is looking after me that can give me a message.
Okay, make a perception check.
You hold out a piece of bread right there and you go,
13.
13. You don't see anyone around while you walk outside and try. Oh, that was you. I was like, is that the healing dice set? There's no one around, it seems like. And it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so this district is starting to liven up with people going to certain Dragon Mark houses for business. But in terms of a King Stark Lantern member, there's no one around.
I'm gonna go sit. Is there a bench around?
There's a bench in the backyard, yeah.
I'm gonna go sit on the bench.
Okay.
Then put my leg up and then lick underneath my leg.
Yes.
All right.
All of that.
All right.
And I think we'll just kind of like, eat and small conversation, and then we'll, I think, get ready.
Has no one
get ready.
gone to like find Vishara? She's not even in there. Just an FYI.
Yeah, no.
I would think it's just the passage of time. Everyone's just kind of like, let them do their thing and then get ready to go.
Okay. So you guys eat, Vishara, you kind of stay in your meditative trance.
Trying to get any kind of response from Ashna, or just
Yeah.
talking to her.
Yep. Do that. You guys eat. Corbin, there is a knock on your door after you guys finish eating.
Kavir, you.
Corbin.
God damn it! Sorry, my
That's
bad.
3.
Well, Corbin, you were expecting guests?
Possibly. Stay here for a minute for me, please.
Okay, this was Vishar saying this.
Huh?
Oh my god, I'm fucking.
Oh my fucking
It's been a long week, man. This is Drinma saying this.
You're Vishara.
Oh, you're Vishar. Who the hell am
you're
I?
Drimma.
You, and you're me. And I'll use your body to get to the top.
You can't stop me no matter who you are.
And I'll be Kavir again.
I was
He's
just
back
like,
from
wait,
beyond.
What?
Sorry,
Did I
this was
suddenly
Drinma
change
saying this. My
characters?
bad.
Alright, so Corbin will stand up, so he's gonna make his way over here to the door, but he grabs his longsword in the process.
Okay.
And it's kind of just secures it back here to his belt again. And he looks right through the peephole trying to see who it is.
You would know this as the second in command of the Bounty Hunters Guild. Human male. Blonde hair, green eyes, about 5'6". So short, but you can still see him through the peephole.
Much shorter than me.
Yes, much shorter than you. You know that this person as Melon.
Melon?
Melon. Melin. He's second in command.
Mr.
Oh,
Melly
not
again.
like watermelon.
No,
Okay.
Melon.
Sugar high.
Yes.
Wow, we suck, and I love it.
Alright, Corbin will open up the door and kind of just relax his hand on his long sword.
Okay.
Melon,
Corvin, we got your letter.
good. You able to set the meeting?
We have. Is it just you, or kind of like tries to lean in and look?
He kind of steps in front of him, just trying to be able to block the sight. There are a couple other individuals. We have information about something that might be coming up. Well, I shouldn't say might be, something that will be coming up. And potentially how it can be more profitable for all of us in exchange for some information. I know I'm on the way out the door, but I might be able to find a way to get back in.
You. I do apologize, Corvin. You don't. Is everything alright? You don't look yourself.
No. Let's leave it at that.
Well, Reinhold is waiting for you at the guild. Shall I tell him it's just one, or...
Let's have to count. One, two, three,
Six.
six.
6 with Mal.
Jesus, life. 6.
Alright, well,
Plan for 6, potentially less.
we will. Make your way when you're ready. Reinhold is waiting.
Of course. And he closes the door, and he reopens it, and he tosses a gold to him. And he closes the door and starts to get a walk back.
Okay.
Throws it at his chest and he goes, "What the fuck, man?"
Oh yeah, like he throws it at his chest and he just like catches it in between his fingers.
Should give him a couple of coppers here, feature kids.
You bum.
Okay.
That's why you're only second in command.
So you're only 5'6". Sorry I didn't hear you from down there.
Probably have to use a step stool to get to your cabinets. Oh,
Continuing
man.
on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Continuing on.
This is almost worse than the other group.
Almost?
Almost?
Almost.
Wait, almost?
Or is it better?
I'm referring to the amount of ADHD shit that's been going on
Or is it
tonight.
better? Anyway, please continue.
You're continuing.
Alright then. Okay. Corbin will walk back over here to the kitchen / dining room.
Okay.
As everyone looks to kind of see that they're along like the bar we have kind of already built there inside of the kitchen.
Everybody -1.
-1. And he will say, well, my response back here from the guild has come back sooner than I had expected. They're waiting for us now. As in right now. Didn't mean for it to come across our luncheon time, but we might want to hurry this up along. And Corbin will grab a couple things that's there there's across the mini bar, and he'll start wrapping it up in some type of cloth so we can bring it to him with him on the road.
Okay.
Well, I hate to leave a group waiting for us. We'll try to keep a tight schedule, and frankly, it's your reputation that's on the line, and I'd hate to tarnish it in any way.
Of course. So let's be on our way. Someone go find Bashara.
I'll get her.
Well, you forgot I'm outside, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are.
So -2. So someone go find Bashara. I will go look for Cat.
I'll be happy to do that for you.
Thanks, Mal.
Oh my god.
So, Mal will get Cat? Is that what we're agreeing on?
Mal will get Bashara.
Bashara, okay. I don't know, I'm too focused on the 8 different voices that I'm doing for
The
Mal.
weird accent.
You should try being a DM.
Absolutely not. Like I said, that was the worst anxiety I ever had. So
It gets easier.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Mal's gonna start checking in rooms. 'cause
Make
you
an
didn't-
investigation.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Investigation. That is a solid 8.
Solid 8. It takes you about 5 to 10 minutes, and you're like, upstairs, no. Upstairs, no. No. And then
Looks behind
there's
a curtain. Nope.
Yeah.
Literally
Not-
opening every other possible door until you find the exact last one.
Yeah. The
Does
last
she come across? Does Mal come across the bedroom of Corbin?
I would assume that she would have.
Yeah.
What does she see when she opens that door?
You would see inside there what looks like a king-size bed.
Obviously.
California king.
So big enough for sexy times.
You would see a sex swing on the ceiling. No, I'm kidding.
There it is. Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
You would see a matching wardrobe along with a couple different nightstands, what looks like a small desk, all of it of matching mahogany, rich mahogany, as well
That
as...
is mahogany.
What is that? Is that Berber?
You see like an open door there to a closet that has just a lot of different types of like clothing that looks like it could possibly been used for meeting different members of guilds or just individuals of certain types of attire. Looks of like everything from like dirty dock worker to like a courtier.
Going into his room where he's not expecting company. I guess I didn't realize that Corbin and Kavir did so well. That's kind of what she'll think in her mind is right there, and kind of really getting an understanding of like what their business entails. It wasn't, not just go here and kill this guy or go in here and grab this guy. There's actually more intricateness to it right there. Okay, and then she'll keep opening doors. No sex.
Last door you open.
No sex.
Vishar is you see Vishar just kind of like legs crossed, eyes closed.
She's gonna just lightly kind of tap the frame of like the door.
Okay.
And Vishara.
And Mal's just gonna hear from like in her mind.
Yeah.
What do you need, Mal?
We've got to meet. You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. And she gets up and follows Mal.
Corbin, investigation check.
Oh my.
Let's see what we got. That is a solid 22.
22. You literally walk out the back door to your backyard and you see Kat just sitting on the bench, kind of just looking around.
Kat.
I'm gonna ignore him.
He's gonna massage his temples for a minute and just go.
No, you have to do.
Just trying to cat noises.
Stop.
Sorry, I need to get your attention.
My head does like a
Oh, God.
180.
Like an owl.
Was that in your neck that popped when you did that? Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I heard
Ew.
that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I heard it too. And I'm deaf.
What?
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 It's time for us to go. Stop with the ruffles.
It's the crinkles.
What are the sun chips? God.
It is from Whole Foods, so.
Yeah, so it has no flavor.
Got him.
True.
Alright.
Well, it's Kat. It's time for us to go. Are you willing to come with us to meet with the Bounty Hunters Guild?
What if I say no?
I mean, you're welcome to stay behind if that's what you want. But the offer's extended.
Would Corbin be within 60 feet of me?
No.
Okay.
Because this is the same time Mal was looking
Okay.
for you.
What if I did stay behind?
Then you might not get to fight shit.
Who says we're gonna fight? Okay.
Fight. Kiss.
Entirely up to you, Kat.
Well, you're not selling me on it. You need my help.
You know, actually, it all really depends on how much information that you'd be willing to share. Would you be willing to share with what you have learned from your guild?
If Mr. DM gives me the
You're
info.
not a guild.
Oh.
You're not a guild. You work for the King of Brayland.
Oh, I'm not in a guild, sir.
Well, let's save the information from your associates then. Would you be willing to share? It would certainly help all of us. It
What are
would,
you gonna give me for it?
well, first, it would behoove you to do so.
Why is that?
Well, if we want to try and get any information on what is going on, and possibly having the assistance of a separate guild in conjunction with your individuals of repute.
Out of game. Am I allowed to tell anybody what I'm doing?
That's up to you.
But I don't remember what I'm doing.
You're hunting Star into Cannon.
You're a killer. You're a killer, Louis.
I mean, I would think with your like being an assassin and being part of this like
I feel like I should.
King's Dark Lanterns, you probably have like quite a bit of information of like high people in the land.
But I don't know if I should tell you.
Maybe for money.
Well, we're leaving in 5 minutes. You're welcome to think it over. And Corbin turns around and walks away.
Okay.
You seem like a dick. I don't know if I want to give you information.
You seem like a dick. Hey, we should go totally check out this place. I don't feel like it. There's some catnip in it for you.
Yeah, maybe you need to put some catnip.
What were we smoking that one time? What is it? Suda.
Suda.
There's some Suda in it for you.
Corbin's gonna walk back in and say, "All right, are we just about all gathered? We have all of our provisions."
You got Al, Mal, and Vishara.
Where's Kat?
She's thinking it over if she wants to come or not.
Well, if you tell her she gets to potentially fight something, she may go.
But we're not going there to make fights.
To make fights?
Words.
No, we're not making fight. We're making biscuits.
You notice I use the word potentially.
I see what you're saying. Corbin's just gonna yell back, "Cat, you might get to kill something."
I have a son. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm pregnant and it's yours. Whoa.
Oh my god.
It's half cat.
What do you want to know? And ew, don't give me that idea ever again in my head.
Wait, that opens up hold on, out of game. That opens up a whole bunch of possibilities, by the way. Do we see any half cats or anything like that? No. There's no way we do, right? Okay, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure that that Tabaxi already are kind of half cat. I mean Tabaxi are like anthropomorphic cats.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm like,
unless it's
it just
like,
opened my mind to like possibilities. I was really scared to go down that hallway.
I mean, it could be
you went down it anyway.
That's true.
Could be like Hermione Granger when she fucks up the apology potion.
Yeah. Oh god.
Okay.
Kat, are you coming?
Didn't she have something to tell me?
You might get to kill something if you come with us, or get into a fight if you'd like. Would you like to get in a fight? We can get into a fight.
She responds with meow.
It is a meow excitement.
What kind of fight are we talking?
I don't know, the one that you like best. Let's go.
Don't know. You may get to use your blink daggers.
I'm gonna use my assassin.
She has blink daggers?
Yes.
Much more formidable than I thought.
Jesus. Damn
Careful.
right, I'm the fucking best.
Well, alright then. Are you coming?
I just want you to know that I do the most damage.
Yes, you do, Kat. Are you
She
coming or
100%
not?
does.
Fine. But what's in it for me?
I
The fact that you might be able to kill
You
something.
might get to kill something. He literally just said that.
It's not good enough. Where's my catnip?
You were just at the market.
I got you this shitty wine I thought you might like.
All you said was good wine.
No, this is.
It's in
good
a
wine.
handle. It can't be good.
Bashar basically goes, "No, this is the good wine." Shows him the bottle of Pinot Grigio.
I can taste the Pinot, but not the green.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Showing
fine.
off
Go.
the
Let's go.
expensive
Out of
We're
here.
going.
Yeah.
Alright, vamos. Vamonos.
Alright, so you guys make your way to the Bounty Hunters Guild. Corvin, you knock on the door and you see the little peephole open up. Close quickly, open the door. You do see another human male, about 6'2". Brown hair, has a scar down the left side of his face, and then one across his nose. Corvin, welcome back.
Yes, I'm expected.
Reinhold's in the lounge.
Of course, thank you.
You're welcome. They're with you, right?
Yes, they're all here with me.
Go on.
Vouch for them.
You make your way past him. He closes the door. You do see Reinhold. Again, another human male. Late 50s. So salt, pepper hair. About... Yeah. Yeah, you grab that. You grab your own salt, pepper hair.
What is the room that we're into? Does it look like a
Yeah, can you just
bar
drop
looking
nachos?
area?
This is a tavern area. So as you walk in, it looks like a tavern.
Okay, cool. Because if I had a guild, that would be my area that I'd have.
Yes.
I'd have a bar.
Yeah.
And all the good stuff happens.
You have an area.
Yeah. An error of area.
So as you walk in, it looks like it does appear to be like a tavern, but you also notice a lot of boards with marks, bounties.
So it's a tavern, but not a tavern.
It's a tavern, not a tavern. Yes. You do see Reinhold sitting at one of the tables with a bottle and 7 glasses, and kind of just sees you, Corvin, and waves you down.
Corbin will look over at the rest of the group and says, "Please follow me, and please keep your hands to yourself. You're all being watched."
I have no intention of touching anything in here.
Kind of gives a
Can I
shifty
touch
look
you?
over to Kat.
And Drima's going to take an also look over to Kat. And Mal's going to also take a look at Kat.
As we all look at Kat.
Oh, look at Cat.
I would like to stealthily steal
Oh my god.
my... Are we drinking?
No, we're not. We're
We're
drinking.
walking.
We're literally just walking.
We're literally
You're
about
walking
to
to
walk
Reinhold.
over to the table.
I like to stealthily steal someone's drink.
Oh dear God.
Or like a coin purse.
Okay.
Or no, a coin purse. Yeah, let's do that.
You were trying to find money earlier.
I
Sure.
was.
Go ahead.
Do it. Hey.
Oh dear.
You're fucked.
26.
Oh dear.
You're fucked.
26.
How many nat 20s did you roll?
All of them.
Every single one of them were nat 20s.
No.
This is kill/loaded dice.
Okay. So as you all stare at Kat and she tries to just, as you're walking towards Reinhold, try to snatch a coin purse. Corvin, you do see on the second floor about 5 fellow bounty hunter members just instantly look down and watch and start to make their way down.
And I noticed that.
You notice your fellow guild members just saw something, and they're walking down.
Corbin's just gonna look over at everyone else, trying to be able to gain an idea of what all happened.
27, 28, 32.
They beat your stealth by 1, 2, and
Like a
6.
Man.
You are in a bounty hunters guild.
My B. I didn't mean to.
Anyway,
He's gonna.
I love. By the way, out of game. I love how you're doing this. By the way, that's very genuine. I love it.
Corbin's gonna look up at the ones all kind of heading down, all 5 of them, and he's gonna put his hand up and just motion for them to kind of just hang back. It gives them a little bit of a knowing glance. As you put your fingers over your eyes.
Sorry. So as you do that, they all like point to their eyes and then point down towards Kat, and then just shake their head no.
Basically, either she gives the coin purse back, or there's gonna be trouble.
He'll quickly walk over to Kat and say, "I don't know what it is that you just did, but you've attracted the attention of the majority of the people in here.
Well, I am a cat in a bar, so
What did you do?"
I'm living my best life.
God.
I mean, you know.
If you can't be able to behave, you might end up having to be living your best life outside.
Well, I've always wanted to die.
Now I think he means we just need to put the cat out for the night. Where's Dino?
Anyway, stay right here next to me, please.
Oh wait, I'm
And
Dino.
I kind of just start grabbing her. I actually put my arm there, like through hers,
Okay.
as if we're kind of like together, and we are just arm in arm. I'm kind of forcing her to walk over here with me.
Okay.
Would you like to hold my paw?
I'm not holding your paw. You leave your means alone. All right, so I assume that we've all walked over here to the table.
Yeah. You do make your way to the table where Reinhold is sitting. Looks at all of you. Corvin,
It's good to see you again, Vision.
Vision.
good to see you.
That's what you said that the name of his was.
Yes.
Or his title.
Yes. You look younger. Someone who isn't about to retire.
I feel younger and older. Long story.
Well, we obviously got your message.
Yes, there is much news.
Does your news align with what our news is? As he says that, he starts taking a bottle. You do realize this is brandy, and starts pouring shots for all of you.
Shots of brandy.
Glasses of brandy, sorry.
I want to say, fuck.
Glasses of brandy, sorry.
I'll take a pint of whiskey, please.
I'm sorry, this is all I have.
God, a whole pint of whiskey. Tell me your story.
Yeah, I'd like a whole glass of old granddad.
Oh God.
At a game, I love how everybody just keeps giving the 12-year-old alcohol.
Yep.
He's a growing boy.
He doesn't fucking.
He doesn't look
Give him
12.
two. He's a grown boy.
Reinhold doesn't know.
The 12-year-old's literally living his best life.
Yes.
This is every 12-year-old's dream.
every 12-year-old.
Walking to a bar, not even get carded.
So
Ashara's just gonna kind of put a hand over her glass.
Oh no, I insisted.
I don't drink, sir.
Corbin's gonna look over at Bashara and he's gonna say, please, just humor him.
You said news. We have also heard in our networks. Old Marik de Kenneth has a creation forge.
It is in conjunction with that. Builds upon it.
And that's the first half of the news, sir.
By all means. As he grabs his glass and starts sipping it. Go on.
Perhaps some of my newfound comrades may be able to explain it better than I. As you see, they were present.
What do you know of dreadnoughts?
Not a damn thing.
Weapons of genocide. Flying weapons of genocide.
Dear, we just got out of a 100-year war. What isn't a weapon of genocide these days?
This one is being created by Starn de Kenneth.
Starn de Kenneth is dead,
So you believe.
so I know. No one in the nation of Siri survived the day of mourning.
Well, apparently he did, because we met him in Flamekeep.
So what does this have to do with the Crimson Forge here in Sean?
Well, him, Starn de Kenneth, and has seemed to have teamed up with, do you know of Rakshasas?
Beast of legend, they don't exist. They're just stories.
Vishar just gives him a look.
You're going to tell me they're not just legends, they're real. You've seen them.
Yes.
So I ask again,
He's teamed up with this Rakshasa.
what does this have to do with the Creation Forge in Sean?
They have kidnapped Marik's. They've taken him through an arcane gate to where I don't know. But we know his. Well, we have a very good idea that his factory is in the Ice White Islands.
Corvin, tell your friends when I ask a question, I expect an answer. So I'm going to ask you again. What does this have to do with the Creation Forge in Sean? You're eluding my answer. You're eluding my question.
Marik's was creating Psyforged.
Was that so hard?
Does that answer your question?
Was that so hard? Now, what I want to know is how this rumor began. Marik has lived here in Sean for a while. If he's had this Creation Forge here for a while, why now?
He contracted my brother.
What do you know of Chance?
Marik's contracted him to recover his lost Psyforge.
What do you know of Chance?
Doppelganger runs the gambling halls down in Lower Tavik's Landing. Don't deal with him when it comes to gambling, otherwise you'll lose.
Kavir may have let it slip that we've been looking for the Psyforged.
So he used that to make himself rich. Starts a rumor mill, and now we're here.
Well, I don't think that he's enjoying his riches being 6 feet underground.
Kavir is dead.
Corbin is just gonna put his head down, try and cover his face as best he can.
How long ago? Where? When?
Flamekeep. During the battle.
3 days ago? That was the 4th of Nim.
So 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
4 days ago.
During the Battle of Flamekeep 4 days ago.
Corvin, I apologize. I send sympathy for your loss.
Corbin just nods his head.
Well, because of Kavir, we have a lot of interested parties that want us to find it.
We would be willing to locate it.
Of course, with the amount of coin we could procure from this, absolutely. But we're also we're also trying to compete with the Deathgate Guild. There's some of the Clifftop that are involved, and just anyone that hates a Marik's that is trying to find it.
Well, that seems to be quite a few people.
Who all have you been giving these leads to?
Few top members. But other than that, I have not partaken in this rumor mill because we don't want to be known that we're searching for it. Deathgate are making it very well known that they're searching.
Leaving a trail of bodies.
Well, they haven't killed anyone yet, but yes, that's probably going to be their MO. However, where we have the advantage is we think we found something.
What did you find?
We found a door behind the Kenneth Tower.
Do you know where it leads?
No, the door won't open. But it was behind a magical illusion.
Is it arcane sealed, or is it magically sealed of some kind?
I don't know. We've tried to lockpick it, nothing happens. We've tried to dispel it, nothing happens. But we have an advantage over the Clifftop and the Deathgate. We saw through the illusion. It's a secret alleyway.
Sounds like Marik's trying to cover his tracks.
If you've known Marik's, the man's paranoid,
Yes, he is.
Yes.
but he's also smart.
He still knows his platinum.
Arguably.
At Bashar saying that he still owes his platinum, Corbin's just gonna give. I just look over and kind of raise an eyebrow, and then look back over here to our leader.
Oh,
and
fearless
say,
Your
leader.
fearless
Oh,
leader.
fearless leader.
"Oh, fearless leader,"
Oh, captain, my captain.
and say, "Look, I don't know who all you have assigned to these missions, or to this specific mission. But it looks like I'm not going to be retiring anytime soon.
It really doesn't, Corvin.
Please understand this is becoming a bit more personal here for me. I know that clouds some judgment, but it has to do with Kavir.
Well, if you're back in the fold, we can lead you to this door. I don't like the company you have.
We can handle it.
It's not that's not the point I was trying to get across, dear.
I'll handle them.
Find the Creation Forge. 50 platinum. That's half the bounty.
Better than nothing. Now
Bashar is
for-
gonna telepathically just ask Kavir why, or Corvin,
There's 4.
why only half?
Dues coming in late. Leads already found.
So basically half the work is already done.
Potentially. And he's going to look back over and say, now, that was your half. You know our half. But there also is... No, there also are connections with this Rakshasa and all of these large individuals. And they are all... That seems to be in bed with Cardinal Crozin and Flameskeep.
Can Vishara open up Mind Link to What was his name?
You.
Reinhold?
Reinhold.
Yes.
wants
She
to
opened up Mind Link to Reinhold and basically show him the part in the cathedral where they met Star and Marik.
Send an image.
What does it say that Mind Link can do?
Yeah, mine.
It'd be pretty crazy if you could fucking do that too.
I mean, it sounds almost like encode thoughts.
Yeah. That's not good thoughts. Mind link is you can speak telepathically.
You've allowed it before.
You're not Oriana.
It's the same thing, though.
Here, I'm gonna rephrase. You're not Oriana.
Same, but different.
Same soul.
Yeah, I think my link is just telepathy.
Yes.
Yeah, speak telepathically.
So now,
Okay.
Bummer.
so what were you saying?
The Rakshasa and Maris,
Rakshasa.
they're all in bed here with Cardinal Crozon. However,
The
Maris
job you took
himself-
on.
I'm sorry?
The job you went to Thrain for.
I went there to Thrain, but this is not the information that I learned while I was there.
What did you learn? You didn't even come back. You
Long
didn't
story.
report back.
Are you familiar with the incident on the lightning rail?
Yeah, everyone disappeared.
Corbin raises his hand. I was one of them. I don't know if all of us have returned or not.
That's why he looks younger.
No one's returned, Corbin.
It means they're still waiting.
You've stepped into some shit.
I don't believe you have the slightest idea.
That's putting it nicely. Mr. Thorpe.
You don't know his name.
Oh, I thought you had mentioned his name.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, his name-
Yeah, I know
Okay.
his name.
Would you call him Vision?
Vision.
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 Mr. Vision.
Mr. Vision.
Yeah. Find the creation forge first, and then give me more information, and we'll try to piece together whatever the hell we've stepped into.
Let me give you another piece of the puzzle. While I was there, I was contracted to be able to find some type of dragon shard. Something that was different than all the rest of them. Potentially synthetic. We knew where it was potentially hidden somewhere there inside the cathedral. However, there was no access to it. And you know me. You know what I've done before. You know what I'm capable of. So understand when I tell you that I did not have a way to access it. Do you understand the gravity of that?
When we were in the cathedral, sorry, out of game question. When we were in the cathedral, did Marik talk about the synthetic dragon shards?
No. He literally watched you guys do battle against the Warforged and the Carnathi Undead, summoned his devil, and then left, with Marik's and Safeguard in tow.
Okay. But we do know about the synthetic shards.
You know of the synthetic shards because of the throne holders.
Right.
Yeah, we had discussed about it. Yeah.
Because one of the throne holders had the shard
one,
that
yeah,
he
and
stole
that
from the
Kavir had on
cathedral.
his
Yeah, and then we
had on
combined
his person.
them and all that.
Well, no, he didn't combine them, but Kavir kept it, and then Kavir
Yeah,
fell.
Kavir.
Was it that?
Kavir,
Was it that the
was
moment when
the
they combined?
changelings.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
he combined
changeling
the
synthetic,
changelings.
he fused together.
Right.
It's
okay.
the synthetic dragon shard that the throne holders had stolen that he took but didn't fuse together. And so technically Kavir had 2 synthetics on it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay, back in game.
Okay.
So there's another piece. However, next piece on top of that, on my way home, for the lightning rail, something happened. And I don't know exactly what, but I was no longer on this world. The world as we know this.
Corvin, how's that possible? What could have...
I don't know. I wish that I knew, but I don't know. I was there for a long time. It may have only been a day or 2 here. But there
It's not even 4 days.
It was 30 years. Vision, I'm 67 now. And I was sent here to return. I was gifted with a younger body, a younger self. No, it doesn't make sense. That is as much truth as I can put to it. Now, upon my return, I was making contact here with Kavir, as he was headed here to Thronehold, specifically here to Flames Keep with the rest of these individuals. I was not with them at the time.
What were you?
I was doing something else. Fulfilling a bargain. But I digress. Kavir had come across what I was looking for. And if that also does not bear more gravity to this.
And Kavir, so whatever Kavir found, it's on his person, and he's
now
gone.
he is dead. This isn't good, I know.
We need to focus on one thing at the time, Corvin.
If you wanted to have you said you wanted pieces here to the puzzle, well, here they are.
That's way too many pieces. I was expecting 2, maybe 3, and you're throwing 5 at me.
This is what I've collected here so far. I don't know who else we may have on call, but to have them find out more information around those areas, perhaps almost a scouting party, go check out what's going on.
I'll reach out to our Undead division. Reach out to the division in Undead. The one in Thrain, it's not as big as the one in here, obviously. I'll reach out to all the branches. See what we can find.
If everything that they've told me is true, which I have no reason to distrust them, then perhaps we need to put others all on high alert.
I know, you're absolutely right. I'll reach out to the rest of the divisions. We'll gather what we can.
Sorry for disturbing this conversation, but if we do this for you, for the betterment of everyone, and let us go towards some sort of trust in one another.
We'll start with trust. You're not going to be members. But as long as you travel with Corvin.
But if
mutual understanding.
And if this understanding has evolved into needing the guild's help, where obviously it could be profitable, but also be better for everyone. If we build this trust, would you be able to help in this endeavor?
Depends on what type of help you're asking. Depending on the situation, the scale of the help, absolutely.
Even if it meant another war brewing.
We grew rich off the war. If you want my exact... If you want my exact thoughts, I don't think the war should have ended. We became quite profitable. So you're saying another war could start? Well, I'll be selfish here. I welcome it. Means business will go back up.
And if we were to secure maybe even a king's bounty, this would pique your interest, would it not?
It would.
Well then, we have work to be done, and our people will call your people.
Well, one of my people is a part of you, so...
It's a saying that I've heard around right there. I don't really quite know what it means.
I understand the saying, but okay. Yeah. I know. He finishes his glass of brandy. Kind of snaps his fingers. Melon. And you see Melon walk up. Take him to the alleyway. Make sure they're secret. Don't be seen. If the Death Gate or anyone else sees what we've found, then it becomes a race. We don't want that. Gather your things. If you can solve this door, then we already have a step ahead against everyone else. And that trust will be extended. And that's where we're going to tonight's episode.
Looks like I'm back in business.
Yep.
I try to get out of the game, I get back in the game.
Alright.
Oh, this next session's gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Man. I tell you what, guys. Fucking great.
Fucking awesome.
Really.
That's good.
Really
Yeah.
fucking great. Oh my god. I know the last couple have been like a lot of like role playing stuff, but like
I love it.
I like the role playing.
I do too. I do too. I really like delving into this world and like
I'm finally starting to get used to it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's just to let you all know, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, cool.
Right as we end the session.
Okay.
So you're making your way
Downtown.
Downtown.
Ah,
Walking
yes.
fast.
Every
Faces
time.
pass and we're homebound.
making your way to a basically hidden alleyway that was protected by Major Image.
Major
You mean
image.
Well, he used to be Lieutenant
Yeah.
Image, but now it's
No,
Major Image.
it was protected by Major.
External image.
It was protected by Major Image, but one of the bounty hunters saw past the illusion. So that was why they
Okay.
had the advantage.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we might have advantage on the door because it was. It's added to canon. And they're all artificers, so it's possible an artificer might be able to
Maybe.
get through.
Yeah, because literally I have detect magic, so I
So
can...
you have detect magic, and if we can get me a goddamn pearl, I can use identify on the magic item now.
We could be detectives.
Magic door.
Well, no. Detect magic tells me what school of magic it is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Alright.
And
Hello.
I can learn its properties.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right, so thank you all for listening. Also, thank you to Dice Envy for your lovely sponsorship. My wife loves you.
Thank you, I love your dice, they're amazing.
Yep, there you go.
And Hero Forge.
And Hero Forge for, again, not a sponsorship,
Not a
but
sponsor, just a fan.
just a fan.
Just fun.
D&D Beyond for making all our lives easier with their awesome character sheets. And then, how are you, no matter how you're listening to this, on YouTube, on Spotify, Podbean, like, comment, send Chris
Anything.
your emails.
I know. I need to get on that. My bad. I'm gonna do it. I swear to God. Hold me accountable. Reach out to me on a DM right there. Yeah.
Cat is literally in the hot seat right now. Like, he's more worried about, like, okay, let's find this forge, but it's like, Motherfucker.
I love that move, by the way. That is the fucking ballsiest move ever right there. You just go into a den.
Walk into like a den of like really high-ranking people and you steal from them. Like the second
you drop
walk
something.
in.
You gotta set the tone. You set the tone.
Yeah, not a good tone to set. But again, whatever. That's her character.
Yeah.
She's literally not like in some shit.
If you're
creek right
wanting to
now.
know how to play a rogue, that's exactly how you play a rogue.
No, that's not how you play a rogue. You need to know when to pick your fucking battles and when to steal.
A rogue that don't give a shit.
We will see you all next week. I'm so glad to be back at the same table with all of you.
I know.
And as always, is it Wednesday, my dudes? Goodbye,
That was a
everyone.
good one.
Bye.